Those aren't pineapples. Those are cabbages. What's up? Be connect. What's good? Stained Glass, thank you for using your Prime sub here on the stream. Folks, you can only use your Amazon Prime sub in one place. You can only use your Bezo Buck one place per month, and Stained used his here. Thank you, my friend. So appreciate it. We're doing a white airhead today, mystery flavor. Who knows what it is? I'll never know. How are we feeling, folks? What's up? What's good? How's life? Congratulations to Trombone for claiming first. Welcome into the rest of our peeps down there. McDoohoo, welcome in. Mayfly, welcome in. If you got alert tonight, that's all good. We're glad you're here. Candy is gone. So I saw today that they have made not just 2 more Squishmallows. They've made 4 more Squishmallows, and I can't find them. Where are they? The only one I would want is Gengar, okay? Gengar is my boy. He's the one I would want. But now I understand there's a Snorlax, there's a Togepi, there's another Pikachu, and a Piplup. What's going on? Why can't I find them? Why did I find these with such ease? And now I can't find any more Squishmallows. Where are the rest of my Squishmallows? I need more. More mellows. I need so many more mellows. What am I going to do without the rest of the Squishmallows? Folks, we're going to be playing some Pokémon's Unite. Pokémon's Unite tonight. If you've never played it before, it's League of Legends meets Pokemon with a whole lot less challenge to it. Very different. Lurk for workout and dinner. Back in a bit. Folks, you stand a chance. You stand a chance of getting those sweet Jeopardy points before Sneaky. App is updating for you at the moment. Yeah, my app will probably not have to update. I tried to update it before our To The Point meeting, but there's no telling. There's truly no telling. Ooh, those are Italian burps right there. No good. No good. We had manicotti tonight, and instead of like an intricate ricotta with a mozzarella and a spinach and then putting that inside of the manicotti, we did string cheese. We did string cheese like college kids. And doggone if that wasn't delicious. It just worked. It just worked. It did exactly what it needed to do. It was a fantastic meal. We dressed up the meat sauce a little bit. But other than that, the manicotti was purely manicotti and string cheese. And it was banging. It was so good. What did you guys have for dinner tonight? What did everybody eat? Or what are you eating? What is your plan to eat? To have eaten here in a little bit. Is it manicotti with string cheese? Because if so, what are the odds, right? Pizza. Hey! It's an Italian night. We love it. We love to hear it. I could use a good pizza. Pizza sounds amazing. I probably won't have it tomorrow, though. We're definitely going to have the manicotti again for dinner. I don't know if that's a strategy that many people that have 2 kids take, but that's definitely one that my wife and I take. Does it feel like the world is slanted in this? Like, it looks like I should be like this. Like, this would be straight up. Doesn't it look like everything is just a little slanted? What's going on? Is it the camera? The camera must be slanted. Something's not right. Something's not right, because I feel like this is straight up, because it's going flush with the logo in the background, whereas the logo is just like a little bit tilted. Am I wrong? Have I lost my marbles? 194 days since last login. That's not as long as Perry. I don't remember how long mine was. I'll have to check. I logged in last week. If you want to know who to blame, for the fact that we're playing Pokemon Unite right now, it is Jate Live. I was watching Jate the other day, and Jate played Pokemon Unite. I hopped in and played 3 hours of Pokemon Unite with him. Like, this is silly. I haven't played this game in over a year, and now all of a sudden I'm playing hours with you. What's going on? This is bonkers. Just silly. So that's where we find ourselves. Now I'm playing Pokemon Unite because Jate did it. What's up, Pineapple? How we doing? Pineapple Pope, update on the Minecraft server. Microsoft has responded. They have responded. They asked for my Minecraft ID, which was a headache to find. They asked for a proof of purchase, and they asked what I wanted to do with the server. So I have put in the request to extend the realm. I've given them proof of receipt. I've given them the ID. They have all the information to turn it back on. Hopefully, they'll just do it while we're asleep tonight. And at some point, you'll just log in and miraculously, it'll work out. Oh no, Pineapple! This has really been a down week. I'm so sorry you tested positive for COVID. Is it really bad? Really bad symptoms? Sometimes the symptoms are sleepers and you hardly even notice them, but sometimes they're rough. Sounds like if you said horrible, they must have been pretty rough. I'm so sorry, my friend. That's awful. That's no fun at all. I want to see if I can fix the angle of this thing. It's driving me crazy. Does that feel any better? I think that feels better. That definitely feels better to me. Feels like a better angle. Feels like a better experience all around for this guy. Look at the swoop, man. The swoop is getting intense. I'm seeing how long I can get my hair, and it's really swooping. Swooping. Flu-like symptoms not too bad, but the constant fever is not nice. No. Whenever I get feverish, I get the chills really bad. I get tremors like crazy. That is like my number one, for whatever reason, that is my number one fever symptom is tremors. I get like crazy. I don't know why either. Yeah, so hopefully the realm will be okay. I've been very stressed about it, Pineapple Pope. I've been very, very stressed. I really thought we lost it because it said expired. And I was like, oh, well, expired means deleted. Expired means executed, okay? Expired means gone. And I was like, this is impossible. I updated. We got a new credit card, so our credit card lapsed because the date ran out. And I immediately put in the new one. It charged us, and then I go over, and it's expired. So apparently this is a common enough occurrence for there to be a Quora forum about it. So we're not the first person that this has ever happened to. But all of those cases ended up that they got their realm back and everything was hunky-dory. All right, folks, we got Jeopardy. If you've never played Jeopardy with us before, all you have to do is answer the prompt. You do not have to answer in the form of a question. You just answer it with what you think is correct about it. And you get points. At the end of the quarter, at our next checkathon, we will tell you the results of the leaderboard, and whoever gets first place does get a free game. I still need to get Sneaky Pigs this free game, but that's our exciting thing that we do for the person that wins the whole doggone thing at the end of the 3 months. That's what we do. So, with that, let's get those leaderboard entries updated. Our first Jeopardy prompt is worth the maximum amount of points that we will allot. Excuse me, this manicotti, you guys. 2,000 points. 2,000 points. Category is fruitful book titles. The answer: it's Roald Dahl's 1961 book about a boy crossing an ocean on a very unusual vessel. Easy. Easiest 2,000 points you could get, folks. Roald Dahl's 1961 book about a boy crossing an ocean on a very unusual vessel. There could not be an easier prompt out there for 2,000 points. Need to read more books? I would give you a hint, but I don't feel like that would be fair. But yes, you do. Books are wonderful. Books are the best. I love books. I am a bookie. That's not what that means. A bookie is someone that takes bets. I'm a reader. I don't know. I'm going to turn on the timer, and I'll give Pineapple a hint. Pineapple, you wouldn't necessarily have to have read the book because this is also a very popular movie. Oh, there we go. Trombone got it. It is James and the Giant Peach. Shouts in the clap, Trombone. Are you on the board? Is this your first question? Or did you get one last time? No, you got one last time. All right. Next up, another category. Oh, excuse me. Category remains the same. Fruitful book titles, again, for 2,000 points. The answer: in a story set in small town Iowa, Peter Hedge asked, "What's eating this guy?" In a story set in small town Iowa, Peter Hedge is asked, "What's eating this guy?" What's up, Christina? How we doing? Christina, you should come to our neck of the woods next week. I think we're going to try to go see Tori. She's coming to Hickory. It is indeed Gilbert Grape. Congratulations, Stained. Gilbert. Okay. The leaderboard is as follows. Third place is Stained Glass. Stained, you bumped yourself up to third with 4,600. Second place, Sneaky Pigs with 6,500. And first place, Zando Calrissian with 6,800. A tentative plan. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'm really trying to petition because isn't it in the middle of the week? Trying to remember when it is. June 9th? Yeah, it's Friday. Okay, so that's not in the middle of the week. I'm trying to convince Logan to go out on a Friday night. That's totally doable. She can do a Friday. She'll be fine. But yeah, I think we're going to try to go. Have you ever been to that spot in Hickory? It's really fun, Christina. We're going to try and go get a nice dinner. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to bouge it up. Should be a good time. But if Tori's coming to Hickory, it's 30 minutes from us. Why would we not? All right, folks. We're playing some Pocketmans Unite tonight. It's really cool. Hickory has done a lot of work in their downtown, just revitalizing all the area. And they have this one spot where they just, where they just try to have relatively large-sized bands show up every now and again. I saw Caroline Rose a couple years ago there, and now she's like a superstar. So Tori's on her way to superstardom. We are going to do voice chat. Let me go through all my, you know, all the login bonuses this game gives you. hundreds of thousands of them. Then I'll hop in voice chat. I gotta go get my prizes. Folks, we are going to be playing with viewers. So if you'd like to play along, feel free to hop on. We'll play some together. It's been a while. All right, first we're going to have to turn down Spoofy. Spoofy's going to have to go way down. And then I'm going to hop in a Discord room. Do you have access to Secret Room, Trombone? Or do I need to give you access? Gotta go eat dinner, but I'll be back at some point. See you, Christina. Pokemon Unite. All right, let me see. I'm going to pin the lobby. 110352. Yep.
I don't remember how to play this game at all.
Oh, you were in the room. Did not know you were in the room.
Hi.
Welcome in. All right, you do look a little loud. I'm going to turn down directly on Discord. Okay, now talk.
Hi.
Oh, that's much more reasonable. Yeah, I feel like that's a good level right there.
Did I just come in like blaring loud out of nowhere?
Yeah, it was so loud and so unexpected. I was like looking, I was doing nothing, not paying any attention. So we're gonna get right into it. Let's cue in.
Excellent.
So I do have a little bit of memory just because I played fairly recently. But it did take a little time getting the rust
no
off.
memory. I remember last time it was really sweaty and I was not having fun with it.
Oh, well, that's no fun. If you're not having fun, then that's the end of it.
And I think that's why I stopped playing, because it just got really sweaty.
I think it's more fun if you're playing with people.
Yeah.
Like playing with Jate and Jate's peeps that were hopping in, that was very fun. But if you don't have a squad, or if your squad is toxic, that was my issue with League. Is I think I would have enjoyed League of Legends more because I didn't mind the gameplay so much. But I hated squatting up. People were so miserable. Do you want to go bottom path with me?
What? What do you mean my Wi-Fi connection has dropped?
Oh no!
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I have the Wi-Fi.
Tried LOL once, toxic as heck, never played again. Did you voice chat, Mayfly? I had a squad. I had friends. They were like a full squad of us that played, and the people that I were playing with that were my friends were jerks. And I was like, oh, well, I like my friends, and I don't want to not like my friends, so I stopped playing with them.
Are these the same friends that you wrote about?
All through text. No, these were different friends. These were college friends. Those were elementary school, middle school, high school friends.
We learned some interesting things about your relationship with your elementary friends.
Look, the Mirror Mural people, I was very clear about who I was having a good time with and who I was not. You can tell exactly who I was happy with and who I wasn't in this. Did you ever get reconnected?
Yes.
Okay.
It was just momentarily, it was hi, you have nothing. And I'm like, that's rude.
Yeah, League is pretty toxic. Well, maybe one of these days we can get a squad going. That would make B-Surfer's day. Oh, I just enjoy the Pokemon.
There's one over here.
Are you up top?
No, I was right by you.
Right, so you're on the top, like, mob?
No, you were on the bottom.
Right. Not the top lane. You were on the top mob of the bottom lane.
I don't know what you mean, but yes.
You were. Let's go and get that crawfish down here.
Yeah.
And then we'll go down here to this. Whatever her name is. Take that last hit. Nice!
Yeah.
Enjoy the level up. Let's help Moist here. There's a Rowlet in the grass. We can probably take it down if we can double team. Nope.
Oh, there's more of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Get out of there. I'll try and boost you a safeguard. Zora Aura is so awful. Okay, let's see. Mob down here.
Oh, there's one
Let you
coming
get
up.
last hit. Yeah, take the last hit.
Oh
I'll do
no,
Rowlet.
go over here. Thank you. Oh, there's so many of them.
Try and get you those levels. Let's go up because Espeon's right here. Take
Okay.
this crawfish up here.
Oh, why did you just completely ignore it?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that wasn't you. It was. Hey, hey, that's our base. That's
They
our
dunked pretty
base.
hard there. They dunked pretty hard. We can take down that yeah, totally. Probably take down Rowlet too if we can get there. Did you get him? Nice.
I got one of them.
Nice! Oh!
Yeah.
He's got a triple kill. But I'm very close to death. I'm going to take some fruit.
Yeah, go take the fruit.
You take the other one. Ooh, they just tried to get me with that. Crustle! Wasn't going to let it happen. There's a mob down if we want to go down next, but Rowlet's up here first. Rowlet doesn't know what they're doing. Just totally feeding.
Oh my goodness, it's a total mob.
Oh no!
What? What?
Oh no! Oh, they wiped us.
Okay. Sure.
Not good. Let's take the mobs on the way. One right here. We're gonna lose that base anyway.
Yeah.
And we'll get the next one. They got Dreadnought. Man. Okay, we just gotta get those levels.
Yeah.
They'll be back.
Here they are.
Oh, they blocked you.
What do I?
Oh!
Ah! Ah!
I can't stand a good Crustle. Anybody that's good with Crustle drives me crazy. He's trying to do it to them, too. No! Our Rowlet! Don't you get that candy, Crustle. See you, Mayfly. See you in a sec. Nice.
Yes.
That candy.
I need to come up here and heal some.
They're probably getting the honeybees in the center.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, we should be pretty stacked. What do you have? 15, 16? I got 30.
I have 16.
I would say let's try and push if we can.
I'm about to die. I'm
That
out.
didn't work, did it? All right, good news is there's lots of mobs on the way. Whenever you resurrect, I'm heading back to heal, and we can just get all of them. Just like
Okay.
we did before. This one first. What's up, Wit? How we doing? Welcome
Hi,
in.
Cameron.
We got Trombone in the chat. Uh-oh, he's dropping a big
they're
one.
coming,
No,
they're
no, no! No!
No, no, no! Our base.
Oh, we've got to be able to drop him with that 40. Come on, man. Ow! All right, we can take their Dartrix at least. No, we can't.
Nope. Nope, we can't.
All right, well, I'm not dying for it. Just open the last Sky Tower, Rock on Stained. Man, I got 40! We can just push.
Yeah.
Looks like we have a Dartrix
through.
that's trying to push too. Telling me there's a chance. If I can drop those. Let me drop.
Go, go, go.
Nope, it's alright.
Yeah. Nice, we got the crystal.
I got 40 if I can just drop it.
No.
Dang. Got room for one more. I'm updating. Absolutely, we got room for one more. We got the lobby ID pin.
No, I was trying to get away. I like
this is
grabbed
rough.
your coins and I was like, get away, get away, get away.
Same as before, I'd say let's get these mobs along the way. Yeah, Cameron, I was excited to see that you're a Pokemon Unite fan. Who do you main? I didn't know you played. Has it been a while? It had been quite a while for us.
Okay, we have the bees.
Oh, the bees are down there?
Yep.
Haven't played in a long time. I had not
same.
played for a long time. But then Jate.
Always Jade's fault.
Always Jade's fault. Everything is Jade's fault. Welcome back, Mayfly. Mayfly, do we have a name for Puppy? For the 20-pounder?
Oh, right, the 20-pound pupper.
No? Are those dots
Oh,
of
they're
anticipation?
They're coming.
Man! That Zero Aura took me out. Holy moly, a 5? Their whole team?
Yeah.
Their whole team dunked on us?
Yes.
I guess we need to push top. I mean, they're pushing top. We're chatting through Discord, Cam. Jump into the waiting room and I will drag you into our room.
You pushing top?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only choice we have at this point.
True.
Unless we can get that Zapdos.
We'll see.
Or have they already? Isn't Zapdos still here at this point? Is Zapdos 2 minutes? Yeah, they just took it. So yeah, we're
they
done.
just took it.
So anyway, we
Yeah.
lost.
That was fun.
So anyway, we don't stand a chance. No big deal.
Well, you know, let me just kill these bees up top for shits and whatever. I really didn't say that.
We can at least take this Zero Aura down. Come on.
Yeah. Where's the Zero Aura?
We got it. Me and Dartrix got it.
Okay.
I was just locking down main base here. Man, only one level above me too. It's not even like they're ridiculously high above me.
You're in trouble.
Now they're just being cruel.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
I wish you could taunt in this game.
I mean, they basically do. They basically unofficially taunt.
You go my ult, Trombone. Give me my ult. They added Tyranitar. I think they did.
What a goal!
Are you buying it? Swooping it up, trying out a new character? Might as well.
Yeah.
Why not try a new character? If you're just getting back into it after forever?
5, 4, 3, 2,
Bought it.
1. Time's up.
No, no.
Love it. We're gonna hop over to Discord and drag you in here, Cam. Right, welcome in. Give me a couple words so that I can make sure your levels are good.
What's up? How's it going?
I think that's the perfect level.
Yeah.
I'm honestly going to say, says Mayfly, I've never played this game, nor do I think I knew it existed. It is League Pokemon. It is League Pokemon, Mayfly. We played a whole heck of a lot of this game back in the day. It's very fun. It's definitely different than League in a few ways. But it has enough consistencies that that's probably the easiest way to compare them. Oh, wait, new lobby ID.
I
Does
was gonna say,
lobby
I
ID
can't
really
find you.
change? Well, I'm going to pin the message then. All right, new lobby ID. The chat is blocking it. 206-525-74. 206-525-74. All right. Turn the chat box back on here for a second.
Claim my missions.
There's a little calendar down there. Have I not noticed that before?
That's for claiming your missions.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to connect to the server again. Stop giving me network errors.
Oh no. All right, well,
Yes.
folks in the chat, if you want to try and play, feel free to hop in, and we'll just get right into another match. Luckily,
I'm
these
ready.
matches are super short. That's one stark difference between League. You don't
Yeah.
have to settle in for an hour-long match.
Like I know when the game started, there was a big discussion on if they should allow like surrendering, or like if they should disallow surrendering because it's so short already.
I mean, there are definitely times where, like, it's 100% been worth surrendering.
Mayfly, if you need convincing, it is a free game. It does take a long time to download, and also the tutorial has to be done before you can join matches, but we would love to have you on the squad. But it is free. It is free.
App!
And they give you some great characters right away. I'll probably be back into it for a little while. I'm sure I'll end up playing for the next couple months. It's a good little games as service.
Yeah. It's also
I
it's
might-
pretty nice to jump in and out of.
I might hop in to that whenever Marathon eventually comes out. That'll be like a new games as service, and I've been waiting on a new games as service to hop into. So maybe. But I'm also not very good at FPS, so that's the big downside.
I was about to say, but this game has Pokemon.
Right. All the Pokemon games. They're all the best. Yeah, I do remember.
Wait, you're telling
Tyranitar.
me that all the Pokemon games have Pokemon in them?
Every single
What?
one. Watch, there's some mega fan out there that is like, actually, there was one Pokemon game that didn't have a single Pokemon in it.
Okay, I'm gonna go jungle. We'll see how this goes.
Is he an all-rounder?
He's a melee something, but no one else went to the jungle, so
Claim those kills. Trumpet, I'm gonna go help Eevee. If you want to claim the one down there. See if we can't take down this Trevenant. We cannot. Here comes Lapras.
oh, let me go help top lane.
Oh,
I did not know Lapras was in the
oh,
game.
they're coming in force.
That is a bit of a curious thing.
No, 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 no. Go back,
Well, they
go
just
back,
got
go
us.
back.
They just absolutely got us. Why are we 3v3 again? Why do they keep pushing bottom so hard?
Oh, no.
It's
Because they
also
can't
on your
handle
phone,
my top lane
Mayfly,
gank.
which I think is how Perry plays.
I play on my phone.
Oh, you also play on your phone?
Yeah.
Blows me away. Just watching for now. Got to clean up dinner. All good.
Remember when I used to play this at work on my phone?
Certainly not.
What?
I mean, my bosses were well aware of what I was doing.
Thank goodness
not
we
a
finally took down
secret.
Lapras at least. So Trevenant's pretty good. Trevenant's pretty good. Or whoever's playing him is real good at him. Take down this one down here. Hey Eevee, we really got to get you to evolve, bud. Not good to be 2 minutes in
Whoa,
and not evolved
whoa,
yet.
get away, get away.
Not good to be 2 minutes in and not
Nope,
evolved. That is not cool.
Do y'all need help bottom? Or y'all good?
I mean, we're getting wrecked pretty hard, but we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Okay, here I come to save the day.
Really, we just need Eevee to, like, level up. get some final hits. Ooh, let's push. Let's push for sure.
Yeah.
And I
I got
helped.
30. I got
Up top
30.
lane's probably dead.
No, Lucario! If I can at least drop this 30. Nice!
Oh, I tried to
Thank
drop
y'all.
26 and I couldn't get it in.
Lucario's down.
Come on, come on, come on.
Getting
Oh,
out of
I
here.
was so close.
I got a safeguard. I can give you a little bump here, Cam.
Nope, I'm not gonna make it.
Candy.
What? Hello? I made it.
Proud of you.
It like lagged for a bit and then I made it.
And I'm focusing on Lapras. Seems to be pretty squishy.
Get
Okay, I'm down.
away, get away.
Okay,
Nice.
Lapras down.
Hey, hey. No, no, no.
Okay, I'm gonna go back
Hand.
and help top.
All good. Oh, Lucario's waiting on us. Dreadnought has spawned if we want to try, but
Ooh, yeah, there's two of them there.
I'm worried if we don't, they will, you know?
Yeah.
If we can take down their Lucario, we could definitely try for Dreadnought, but he's running.
Oh, no, Lapras is back. I'm dead.
Uh-oh. Going back to
Okay,
base.
on my way bottom. I'm pretty sure I'm falling behind in levels.
We got some mobs down here if you want to. Can partner up with you and help you take them down quick. Focused on Lapras.
Yeah. I need the jungle.
We got Lapras. And we got the
Lucario,
Lucario.
let's go for Dreadnought if we have the health. I don't have the health.
Oh, okay. I can head that way. Oh, y'all are in all the danger though.
Yeah, we got Glaceon over here too. I think they're pushing bottom. They're pushing, taking base.
Yep.
Oh, I couldn't get that. Oh, base is down.
Base is gone.
Nope, nope, nope. Go, 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 go.
Coming after me.
Get away.
Down. Man.
Nope,
I'm
nope.
down too. It's over.
Rats. They got all
It's-
four down there.
Yeah, I'm so far behind.
Just their Tyranitar up top. Now they're pushing for our second base. No. What level are you, Kim?
I'm 8.
Okay. You're not that far
No,
behind.
no.
That's where we're at. We're just all behind, I guess. Man! Ow! Not good.
Ugh.
They took Dreadnought.
Yeah.
It is rare for me to die once as Blissey, let alone twice. Wait, why am I not moving?
Where are you going,
Oh.
Nate?
I was trying to go to second. Land in, but for some reason, I guess my controller glitched? Something's up. Something not right.
Oh, they just got.
Trevenant over here.
Oh yeah, their Glaceon's level 12.
Lapras. Yeah, Glaceon's taking me down twice. I guarantee you that's all that takes to do. No!
No, no, no. I could have used my potion. Why didn't it let me use my potion? Oh.
Yeah, their Glaceon's level 12. Their Tyranitar is level 18. Or level 11, I mean. 18. Very big difference. Lucario's coming
Third
behind
death. Holy moly. It's not good.
I'm too squishy.
They're tugging on our main base. This is not good.
Not good.
We're done
Oh my
for.
gosh, they have 4. They still have all their bases.
Yikes. I'm good with going ahead and calling it.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can remember
Yeah.
how.
You're in trouble.
I can't even remember how to surrender.
I mean, theoretically, we could get Zapdos, but, like, that's a very big theoretically.
We can try and push for it.
Like, we're just so far. Like, they shouldn't even try for it. They should.
Oh, I got a surrender vote going. I remembered the thing.
I'm finally Tyranitar.
Yes. Welcome back, Cam. We're glad you're glad you're back in the world of Pokemon Unite.
Yeah.
Just a raucous welcome. It's all right. We'll get back into the flow. That would have been a 1,000 match. I almost guarantee it.
You lose.
Oh yeah.
All right. Another one. Will wants to be my friend? Sure.
Yeah, they sent me one as well.
And me.
Why not? Trombone, I like your squirrel girl hair.
Thank you.
I feel like that's a vibe. It's got to be like Greedent.
Don't even
hair or
remember
something.
what out. I think it's the Greedent outfit.
Got to be Greedent. I'm very curious to see if Tricky Time Tree shows up tonight. Because I know
Yes.
Tricky Time Tree showed up to every single Pokemon Unite stream we ever did.
Yes.
I'm very curious to see if just putting that in our category summons them.
Okay. So I have lost network. Hey, and we're back.
We back.
Don't know what's going on with that, but like it's not cool.
So I think I saw Stained in the chat say that he got his last Skyview Tower.
He did.
That's very exciting. Everybody's playing as the new Eevees. They're all very excited to have the new Eevees. Although I think we're playing with some newbies if they've only got one item, 2 items. And they all... Well,
Didn't
no.
click
If one had
potion.
2 items,
What?
I mean, that takes a little bit of time. And they've got the yellow and blue order. Stain, have you taken down all of the... I almost called them Divine Beasts. I don't remember what they're called. The Phenomena.
Phenomena. Burr, burr, burr.
Phenomena.
It's not my
We were
stream. I
just
don't have to worry
talking
about
this morning on
copyright
Cam
strikes.
stream about how I took down the Skyview Towers at the very beginning. That was the first thing I did.
I
Something in
remember
my
y'all
brain was
talking
like,
about that.
you gotta complete the map before anything else.
I just like the mystery. You get the towers as you get the towers.
Yeah. Stain says just the Wind Temple so far. I think out of all of the temples, my favorite was the Water Temple, but that's all I'll say because I don't want to spoil anything. They went on a journey to remove the fog. Yeah. Eliminating the Fog of War is the first thing I do in any open world game. It's just my obsession. For no apparent reason.
No one is coming with me.
I'll come. I'll
Yeah,
cut
looks
up
like
the middle.
both the Eevees are down here. I'm not about to jungle this Blissey, so I guess I'll stick with Umbreon here.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I was more comfortable at Tyranitar, I could probably, like, that's probably where this character is supposed to be. But I just do not feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I
What
can't
path did it
promise what
recommend?
help I'll be, but I'm coming.
So there's nobody down here, so I have a feeling you guys are getting...
Yeah, I have a bunch up here already. Sorry, Trombone, I gotta get HP. Okay, here I come.
That's okay.
Got to work on the Gerudo Temple, whichever one that is. Fun.
Oh, come on.
Enjoy.
My rocket is on cooldown.
Fun.
Okay, let him go. Let him go.
Yep. There's another one coming. Oh, they were able to dunk.
Oh, and they evolved.
Oh.
Uh,
Damn it. Oh, there's. Hey, I evolved.
oh, I'm dead. Be careful.
Yep.
You're all alone.
I'm all
Gibbles behind you.
alone. Oh my goodness. I'm getting
I'm
out of
trying to
here.
get there.
They're not letting me dunk.
Nope. I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna go down fight. They only had 3 anyways.
There's 4 of them top.
Yeah, they're all pushing. They've got their swine up down here with just us.
There you go.
I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna be kind of upset if you took that kill. You probably would have saved me, but
I was just coming in to save you. I wasn't trying to steal your kill.
no, you're good. I definitely just needed the save.
Like I felt like you
Alright,
needed
looks
the
like-
save.
Gumi or whatever his name is down here.
Okay. We just have Ivysaur up top right now.
Oh yeah, now we got all 4 down here. What in the world? They just switched their strategy. Why? Looks like they took down my Eevee. Took down my Umbreon. They're both gone.
Okay, let's try the other one. Oh, careful,
They're
careful.
coming for me.
Yep. It's a following me.
How is the Eevee not evolved? I don't understand these Eevee players that don't evolve.
Do they have a
Is level-
choice, or is it like you pick Umbreon at the start?
It just means that they're still not at level 4.
Oh,
They evolved
okay.
so early. No! I'm down. Wah!
Okay.
Honestly, just gonna say there's no way this doggo is 20 pounds, maybe like 10. I feel like now this whole
Careful top. They're going for a Raton.
Yep.
this whole dog relationship is a lie now, my friend. I don't know what to believe in.
Down.
Down. Oh no, this is really not going well down here.
Okay, I'm trying to get away. Wait. I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
See if you can poke it. I don't know if you'll be. I'm on my way. Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh.
Eevee, oh my goodness. Eevee is still a level 3. Homie.
I'm just getting pushed off.
Yep. I'm about
Okay.
to go.
I'm
Yep,
going back
dead.
to Charizard next time.
We did at least take down their Garchomp.
That's definitely better than I've done so far, though.
About to take down their Goodra, hopefully. Nope,
I'll
there
let you
goes
take that
Swinub.
one.
Nope, he made it. At least claim these bees.
We have no eyes on anyone top.
About to go down. 4 down here. They're gonna claim our base. There it goes, and I'm dead. Holy moly, we're getting wrecked again! It does not help that we have a player that might as well not be playing.
We got Ivysaur coming top.
Yep.
Careful, Trombone. They're coming in behind you.
Yep.
Looks like we took your player. Your Espeon came down and helped us.
I'm attacking it. How is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, Goodra.
Okay. I'm gonna get this so I can evolve, and then we can go look at that Raton.
Okay. I have a Unite move that I'm saving.
Yeah, I just got mine up.
Uh-oh. They
Yep,
take
they
us
are
down
fighting
so fast.
Let wait for it to get a little bit lower.
Yep.
Okay, here they go. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Y'all got Rotom?
Oh.
Yeah, we got Rotom.
I'm gonna come help y'all push. Because they're just clearing our bottom lane.
Got it.
Garchomp is in our base.
Oh, looky there. No, I'm bound.
I'm down.
That was a good push that we had, though.
I got Venusaur.
There.
I think Umbreon's out.
I do not like Dark Pulse.
Oh
Let the
no!
record
Are we
show.
2 players down?
Oh no.
We're a 3-man team here.
Careful behind you.
See that, so I know. He just drains my health.
Wait, I have 2 on me.
Okay, I'm coming. On my way. Slow and steady. Godzilla will make it.
Alright, they have that base.
How does Goodra just get all of their health back?
The
Yup.
final stretch.
Glad like
Do it.
Yeah, thanks. We know that we're really struggling. Really appreciate that.
And then
Swinub's really close. Trombone. Garchomp will go down quickly.
like I had Goodra down to like a
The
fifth,
Duncan on that top.
and then they just healed all the way back up.
If we can catch up to Swinub, he's very low health. Unless he's already teleported. Well, we can drop. We can for sure drop.
Only got 1, but it's something.
Well, they got Zapdos.
Well,
Nice while it lasted, though.
What a goal!
Umbreon scored? Question mark.
You're in trouble. What a goal!
Okay. I'm coming.
Ah!
We got the Swinub. That's all I care about at this point. Got the kill.
Let's say I helped him get him down a lot for y'all.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was running away to conserve health and walked straight in. I know, right? Right? Me too, game.
No.
Well aware of this.
Yeah, in case you didn't notice, you're losing a lot.
Five, four, three, two, one. Time's up.
Yeesh.
Whew.
And I don't understand how the Goodra is just healing so much.
There are a couple characters that have that, baffling healing ability.
You lose.
Hey, that's not a bad loss. 471 to 221
No.
is not that bad.
No, that's an acceptable loss.
Anytime we get to the 1000s, those are the ones where I'm like, ugh, it hurts. All right, Perry is online. All right, Perspectus,
Yay.
I will put up our lobby code. 525-45519. Although you should just be online, I could just invite you. See who's quicker on the draw. You were. You were quicker. If you want to hop in the waiting room, Perry, I can drag you in, or if you just have access to secret room, or if you're just not in for the voice call tonight, that's good as well. Whatever works best for you.
So many options.
So many options.
Oh, they have Chandelure as well. Man, they're getting all of my favorite pokes.
If they bring in Delibird, that's the day it all changes. It's the day this game becomes my game and I play nothing but this game.
Remember that
I'll become a
time
Unite
that Nate
streamer.
made us pick the best Pokemon and why it was Delibird, and if you picked no for any other Pokemon, he just like asked you multiple times.
It's true. It's the truth. See you, Stained. Have a good rest of your night.
Bye, Stain.
And like just because he was trying to guilt me, I was like, no, Delibird is not the best. 'Cause I'm not dealing with this guilt. And so he has like a spreadsheet somewhere probably of all of these responses, and like those responses are highlighted as like
Look, it's
people to
just the
look out
subjective, objective, all of the objectives. Delibird's best Pokemon. It's just the truth. The greatest.
We don't have a defender. Oh, Perry switched to. I'm good with this.
All right, now we only have one person that we can blame losing on, and it's Eevee King. So everybody else is really good at this
And
game
Eevee King
except for
is
Eevee King.
even an Eevee.
Even if Eevee King does a fantastic job, if we're even slightly losing, it was Eevee King.
Math
That's
checks
just
out.
the way it works.
We are not the common denominator.
Never. No, it's not our fault. We're wonderful. I'm interested in the fact that the lobby code changes every time. Why would the lobby code not remain the same?
Yeah, that's really weird.
I'm interested in the fact of why my service keeps dropping on my phone when it's all on Wi-Fi.
I do like how like Charmander's a melee, and like your first ability is like shooting fire.
Yeah.
Definitely melee. Oh, we got 3 top.
Oh my goodness. Hello. Right, we got one of them down. Right, 2 of them are down.
Perry, if you want to come and try and help me take this mob, never mind, it's gone.
Oh yeah.
Bulbasaur.
They're all down.
See if we can push it all.
Nice.
Nope,
Let's
nope,
go score,
back out of
let's go
there.
score.
Back out of there so
Oh
hard.
no, Zoro's back.
Not a
Oh.
chance we're taking them down.
I'm gonna go get a berry real quick and hit and get this crab.
Yep.
Good fight though.
I'm going to sacrifice points to hopefully get some EXP. We can go try and push the bees, but we won't get very far. We can maybe steal. Nope, no steal.
Nope.
Gotta get your level up, Perry. Let's drop down below, get this mob. I can weaken him and let you get last hit. Same with this one.
Oh,
I think I got last hit. Might be.
got hit right before I scored.
Go top. Top mob here.
Okay, coming back to my bump.
Alright. Nice.
Can they get off the thing?
Nice.
How is there more of them already?
Still probably can't
Up that.
push. They're 2 levels above us, but we can at least defend well. Mob down here,
Alright, we
Perry.
got one of them.
I think I got him to. Oh, never mind. I took him. Sorry. Just trying to get him to last hit for you. Venusaur.
I'm gonna score.
Okay, go for it.
Run him away from these bees. No, not Zero Aura. Anything but Zero
Okay.
Aura.
Hop
Alright.
is very weak. It's
Yeah.
down to like 5. They're here with us now.
Getting a berry, and then we can keep pushing, or we can go take these mobs down south.
I'm gonna take it down.
Another mob down here. Doubt we'll be able to take Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go get Raton.
Alright.
Take last hit. Nice.
Nice. We got this.
Oh, they're trying to push.
Okay, T-Bone and I are on fire for this one.
Well, we can totally take him. We can totally take him, Perry. We can do it. I believe in us. I believe. I believe
It
in our
really helps that
power.
they're-
No!
Their Pokemon are just
Oh,
like,
he
not
had
paying
it.
attention.
No! And he got me instead? Oh, that was the worst. And they got Dreadnought. And they got you! Oh, I mean, that was worst case
I'm
scenario all
Charizard.
around. Oh, they're dunking. Zone's gone. Take the mobs on the way.
Alright, I'm
Yeesh.
coming into assist.
A
Nice.
rough one. Rough go.
Alright.
We have enough. Oh, was that 7?
Oh.
So close. I'm gonna take out these crabs.
That's
Venusaur came out of nowhere.
I'm
They're trying
dead.
to dunk 40. No, no, no! They did it.
Yeah, I'm
oh,
down as
man. Very impressive dunk.
Hop is at like 7 left.
Yeah.
And there's Zero Aura. Holy smokes.
Okay, let's go push top real quick, see if we can get there to stop any major
They
score.
gave you some beefy health. I don't know if it'll be enough. We can take down Clefairy. Clefairy's level 8. Yes! Very nice.
Alright.
Careful. Let him go. Let him go.
Let's
Just get some
see.
stuff to-
There's a
let's get
baddie
some stuff,
crawfish up
heal up.
here.
Set up for Ratom.
Not a lot of help,
Okay.
not a lot of experience, but it's better than nothing. Mobs on our sides are respawned. Nice, Perry. All right, I got a full 40 if we can push, but I'd say let's take down these mobs first. Y'all, did y'all get Rotom?
We're working,
We're working on it. Yes,
Gonna say.
barely, but we did get it.
Whew.
If y'all
Oh,
want to
what
come down
was
here and help
that?
us push, we've both got 40. If we do a full like 5-team sweep, we might be able to push pretty hard. Because we're just raking in candy over here trying to level up and keep them from scoring.
Alright, I got 40.
We're pushing
now.
this, then we'll come up behind you.
Yep.
Oh, y'all both got 42. Yeah, keep it going.
Oh, I'm down. Okay,
Oh,
good job,
alright,
T-Bone.
we got that one. This one's about to get me. Yeah. Whew.
Okay, when I spawn back in, I'll come bottom.
Did he just surf? What did Venusaur just do? He just scooted right by us and
I'm gonna
scored.
go
That
play
was
D.
the slyest Venusaur I've ever seen. I can't even hate. We could always try to go get Dreadnought if you wanted to, Perry. Or we've got Eevee King if we can convince Eevee King to help us.
Okay, I'm coming down.
Don't give up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the whole squad's here. Don't die. Just don't die. Nice.
I'm very low. I think Ivysaur's or Venusaur's chasing me.
Just saw him. We're going for our base.
Run away!
Right, they're at half health. I got him. There we
Nice.
go.
You have a full 50 to drop, Cam?
Yeah. Oh. Nope.
You could take down this base. Or maybe Perry's
Yeah,
about to do
there's... Okay. There we go. Oh, I might be dead.
The final stretch.
that. Did you get it, Perry?
I'm at like 0
No.
HP.
Okay.
No! No, Barry! No, me! Oh, no. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to help y'all with Zapdos. Try and get there as quick as I can.
I'm trying to get there to...
What a goal!
Oof.
No.
Oof. For what it's worth, we've done much better than past rounds.
Yeah.
This is we've done very well. They got Zapdos.
No, they got zapped.
Goal!
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna defend main goal.
I have 50. If I could get it.
can help you push if you'd like.
Top's going down.
What a goal!
Let me try and help you push. I got safeguard and helping hand.
We can try.
The Uniting in Pokemon is improving from the last time. But,
That's better than it was, Sneaky. It's better than it was. Oh, I'm down. Never mind. I can't help you. 22 seconds.
What a goal!
We do have almost a full squad, and that's always fun, Sneaky.
Yeah.
Got a
Okay.
4 out of 5.
I need to heal up, but then
Do we have 3 defeats in a row? We might.
we might, you know.
We
It's
just
kind of
might.
unclear.
Eevee King's done. I love when players are just done. They're just like, yeah, I've played the game. I know where this is going.
Well,
How was
nice.
workout, Sneaky? What's the plan for dinner?
Let's go help.
Coming as quick as I can. Boink.
Oh, I don't have my Unite move.
I do.
Okay.
5, 4,
Oh, I'm about to go down. Yep.
2, 1. Time's up.
This one's gonna be close.
It'll be
I feel like.
better than
Like,
last
no
time.
matter how this one goes, I'm proud. Like,
We played our
this
best.
is a good one.
Oh well, so yeah, still 200, but we got a lot more points.
A lot more
Yeah.
points. Leg day says Sneaky made Evan work out with me, left him in a puddle on the floor, smoked chicken and rice for dinner. Love it.
I was just like, who sent me a friend request? And it was Trombone.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome in,
dis?
Perry.
Yeah, I figured it'd be weird to jump in mid-game last time, so I just stayed on. I sent the minute and a half delayed Twitch feed.
Right. Yeah, I was giving you like
I know.
helpful advice and direction, but it was like a little late.
Yeah, it was nice, like dying and then hearing it's like, no, Perry, get out of there.
You're like, whoops.
Oh well.
Do
Oh,
anything
you
but
get
that.
Umbreon for free for logging in?
Yeah.
Maybe like a temp
It's the
license, or do
easy
you just get
event.
him entirely? I was gonna say maybe
You just
like
get them
one month.
entirely.
Evan wants to try out for school volleyball and basketball, so he wants to work out, especially be able to jump higher. Jump higher, be stronger. Love that. Yeah, I did a
You should
single
tell him to
semester
try
of soccer
attaching, like,
in
trampolines
elementary
to his
school,
feet.
and never again. No more sports for me. I learned my lesson.
Like, half the students were like, are you gonna play in the staff first student basketball game? And I'm like, no. They're
Now,
like,
I played a
"Come
lot of
on,"
horse.
And I'm like,
I played
no.
hours upon hours of horse in youth, but that was my extent of my basketball knowledge. So athletic, I have no idea where he gets it from. Yeah, I think there's just, different kids gravitate to different things. My siblings, my brother was the sporty one. And my sister never really did sports. She was the artsy one. And then I was the theater kid. And it worked out.
What? I never would have guessed.
No, a theater kid on Twitch? Can't be.
Nah.
That doesn't happen.
Nerdy theater kid? Nah.
Impossible.
I kind of want to try Tyranitar again.
I just can't get away from Blissey.
I'm liking
Room
this
do
Alola
Score Bunny,
Ninetales.
this should be fine.
I didn't know my buddy barrier was not full. It's only level 27. I still got 3 more levels. Don't have time.
No, stop that.
Now, I am exceptionally tall, and so I remember going to high school, and the basketball coach tried to recruit me as a freshman. And whenever I tried to explain to him, I was like, you don't understand. I don't have an athletic bone in my body. He was like, we don't need you to have an athletic bone. Just go stand underneath. the
Put your hands
basketball
up really high.
goal. That's all we need you to do. We don't need you to be good. Just be tall and in the way.
I was trying to
I just wanna be
recruited for
tall.
basketball a few times, and I'm like, no.
Welcome in, Christina. Welcome back.
Ready, go!
I don't even know how to talk bad about Charmander. Parentheses, question mark, parentheses, dash, parentheses. Although it looks like they got it going on.
Got it going on.
Christine, I don't know if you were here whenever I was telling Pineapple Pope. I am working on getting the Minecraft server fixed soon. I have been in touch with Microsoft. We're just gonna
A
hope.
double Eevee's top.
No.
I do not know what these Swinubs keep doing, but Swinub and Blissey for some reason are a poor matchup.
I'm gonna get a crawfish.
I was gonna get one, then I realized it wasn't there. There it goes. Now it's back.
4. No, you don't, Eevee.
Coming in.
Ah. Oh, we got a bunch. Got a bunch. Barely alive.
Alright, we got one of them down.
What is it about Swinub? What does he do? I'm down. How?
Okay, falling back.
Goodness gracious.
Get this berry.
I'm like developing a fear of
They're
Pilliswine.
coming in.
Irrational fear.
A fierce 9-up.
Oh, I thought I was out.
Right.
You got 3 top. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Trying to get to you.
Yep. I got 30 as well. I don't want them to get those.
Yeah.
Yoicks. Every time. You're rough. Rough bunch. Taking the berries, Perry, I'm sorry. Gotta try and defend. They still dunked. The dunking item is my least favorite item. The one that just lets them ignore your smacks.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a full 30 whenever we are available to push it.
Rotom just spawned in. Careful.
No! How? I had like half health.
Oh.
I'm down.
Holy moly.
Yeah, I hadn't realized that Charmander left.
Is Duraludon
I'm gonna-
just beefy?
I'm gonna try to steal.
Okay, I'm coming back up top.
Oh, nope,
I
did
think
not get
Charmeleon's trying to do Dreadnought by himself. You wanna come
I
help
feel like
me,
I was
Barry?
close to stealing Rotom. I got the timing off.
Because they're gonna try and snag. Don't snag! Don't snag!
No.
No! They snagged! Oh man! And they took us down. That's cruel. I think that if you snag, the other team should get just a second of invincibility. Just a second. To get away. They got Dreepy too. We're in a tight spot. Barry, I'm taking down mobs on the side if you want to help me. Try and grind up a little bit. 'Cause they're just too beaky. They just keep feeding them. Another one up here.
This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm just letting them. I'm letting them drop on the base. If we can at least beef up a little bit,
Yeah.
Trombone, we fought a good fight there. Like, that was insanely, like,
I did not know if we were gonna make that.
we can help. Let you get the last hit. There's another one up here, Perry.
Thanks, man.
I have a
Oh
full
no, there's not.
30
Uh-oh.
whenever.
Okay, I'm about to
Somebody just
evolve.
took him down. That's very scary. Honeybees are in the center if we want to try for them.
oh, got 3 top,
Yeah.
or 2 top.
No, they're not. What? It's like we're a second behind everyone. What's up, H-Man? We were just talking about you earlier.
H-Man.
11, we do not stand a chance.
Ah,
We've got to go
Oh.
help push. 11 is insane.
that's not a berry.
There's absolutely nothing we can do. Right, there's a crayfish.
If you need to
right
go
there.
back to the base, you can.
Yeah.
Almost to the 2-year mark. We were talking about League, of course, because we're playing Poke League.
There we go.
And that's what we do when we
Yeah.
play Poke League.
Got demolished. They're gonna take down top.
Paladon coming up behind. Along with the Piloswine.
Charmander's just hanging out in the base.
And I did at least steal Piloswine's kill there. Yeah, that's good.
Thanks, Charmander.
Love that for me.
Okay, well, I'm dead again.
I feel like H-Man or Sneaky would know the answer, but
No,
are the
now
League
is not the
things still
time for
going on?
network
MSI or
issues.
whatever it was? Nice.
Right, they took the Rotom.
We need to be careful. They're way higher level.
I know, they're insanely overlooked.
I'm gonna
Dreadnought
try
is
to go
down there,
top
though, if
and
we
help.
wanted to try to push for Dreadnought. Even if we weren't pushing for a drop.
Where Tom's like going towards our base.
No!
Oh, we got a bunch of EVs coming in.
Oh, there's so many of them.
Mayfly says, got the game, played around, probably more fun with friends. Definitely fun with friends. Come play
yeah.
with us. Come hop in.
100%.
It'll be so fun with a crew of 5. Yeah, I'm Duncan. I don't even care. No, get out of here, Dreepy. Get out of
away.
here.
It's
Nobody
our base.
wants you.
You can't have it.
Where you at, Perry?
Okay,
Where you at? I feel like you're so
I'm
close.
not full,
I'm
but
trying
I
to
have like
get
no
to you.
HP.
Yeah. I'm also at
No,
full.
I thought there was a chance. I thought there was a
Yeah,
chance.
we know that
MSI
we're
ended 2 weeks
struggling.
ago. Okay. I knew it was fairly recent. I'm gonna try and drop in here.
What is Dreepy's Unite move? That was ridiculous.
What did it do? A bunch of missiles? That would make sense.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of missiles. It was insane.
Mayfly, absolutely come play with us. It'll be so fun. At this point,
Yeah,
I'm just
Mayfly will be
being-
blessed.
I'm over it.
I'm down.
Just let him get to level 15.
Okay, Zap is up in 30.
All right, I'm gonna go. Just hide in a bush near Zapdos.
Wow, Perry. That was insane.
Like, you saw it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I am so over this round.
10 seconds.
Well, I took down the Dragapult.
We're just gonna let him drop all those 150 points.
Hey, Hey,
Oh,
they can do whatever
man.
they want to do.
All right, Zapdos done.
Hail Mary.
We got nothing else at this point. Try our best.
Oh,
Here they come.
no.
Okay, fine.
No.
Wiped.
Oh,
Yeesh.
That was something sad.
Finally picked back up reading Ruination, the League book, and it's so good. Love that.
Charizard just like jumped out of the base. whereas
Duraludon
they got
is
Zapdos.
real beefy. Like, I don't even understand how strong
Leave our
Duraludon
base
is.
alone. You have enough points.
Haven't you done enough already, other team? You know, I think this is all the fault of parentheses, question mark, in parentheses, dash, in parentheses.
You're in trouble.
We held this team down. If only it weren't for them.
I just have like so many points. I can't get anywhere. I feel so. I mean, that makes sense. I'm a giant rock dinosaur, but like I feel so slow.
Yeah.
You are level 14.
Yeah.
You got the levels.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit that button.
Mamoswine's behind us as a heads up.
So
Yeah.
good. I love the lore of League. It's awesome to see the Ruination story.
Oh, stop.
No. Get out. Get away. Get away. Get away.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I just wanted to score.
Oh no! Those beautiful 50 points! Mayfly, if you want to hop in, feel free. We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Then we'd have a full squad. Then we'd definitely win. Because then we'd root out that pesky single person that keeps dragging us down.
Oh, we only got beat by like 600 points, guys. Come on, that's not that bad.
You think it'll be a 1K? Nope. Not quite.
I just like could
Not
never
parentheses being the
score
only one to
anything.
drop. Oh no! After my smack talk, they're the only one to drop. That's real fun. What a
I mean,
great
like
round.
scoring points doesn't win games.
No,
Like,
no. Scoring
you can-
points, who even bothers? That's so funny.
Scoring points is for chumps.
Oh man.
and, like I know, like when I was playing a bunch, you'd have it quite often that someone would like be trying to score points instead of helping the team like do
yeah.
fight or whatever, and it's like
Oh yeah, because it
cool,
looks better.
but we're dead. Like it like because taking down bases, it only matters when you score that last point.
All right, while we wait just a second to see if Mayfly wants to join us, I'm going to the shop. I'm going to see if there's any characters I want to buy. Because I can definitely afford one by now.
Okay, I'm gonna restart my phone real quick and see if that stops all of my connection issues. Because it's
Okay.
only my phone having these issues.
We'll welcome you back on as soon as you're able to join. I kind of want Lapras. What type is Lapras? Defender. I don't have a defender that I really like. Why not? Where am I going to try this? In Discord, I mean, let's start there. So
Just
in
hop
Discord,
into any Discord channel, voice channel, and we'll pull you in.
yep. The only one that's probably available is Waiting Room. Maybe Watch only. I'm going to try a new character just for kicks and giggles. And then to join the lobby, you'll put in the lobby ID in here, lobby search on the game. Gonna lurk while I play. All good, H-Man. Thanks for your lurk.
Hey, so I'm so out on the meta. What are these boost emblems?
So
I don't know. I was looking at
boost-
that too. I'm super confused.
The boost emblems, I'll show you. You can look at the Twitch stream and I'll show you what to do with them. You get them from this little, the energy rewards or whatever. And whenever you go to your profile, you'll see Pokemon boost emblems. And then you have this like wheel of things that you can do. You can equip 10 emblems at a time, and every emblem has a certain effect, and you can see what all the effects are in the end. I just go with the recommended loadout because I'm lazy. And so I do whatever they recommend to do. Whenever I get new emblems, I equip it, and boom, there's all my buffs and debuffs based
My
off
recommended
of the,
HP loadout has negative 120 HP.
Yeah, mine was negative 140.
Like that just doesn't.
Mine's got negative 60. What?
But you
What?
get the debuffs in exchange for the buffs.
I feel like this doesn't actually help me though.
Well, you can always do it yourself and, try and figure out the way to make it work. But I don't know enough and don't care enough to try and make it happen. Need the lobby thingy? The lobby code is 375 269 48. Perry, it looks like you either got booted or maybe whenever you clicked out.
Oh.
Requested you
shoot.
again.
Oh,
I don't know the commands.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Looks like trombone also got booted.
No, trombone
Was
restarted.
that my fault? I'm sorry.
trombone.
Oh,
Restarting.
sorry. I missed that.
It's okay.
So that's why we're doing all the rewards while we reboot the phone. The
Because
microcurrency in this
every
game
5
is
seconds having network issues is not conducive.
What?
Like, I can barely pick a character. It won't let me change anything on it before it's like network error. I'm like, the stream is fine.
Hi, Bubby. What do you want? No, please don't jump on the couch. Thank you.
Jump on the couch. Jump on the couch.
No,
I'm gonna assume that
it's
is
one of
the
the
dog.
big ones. It's one
There's
of the
dog
big
and not
ones.
The hubby.
It was like, this could either be a child or an animal, and like either of these would work.
Yeah.
Don't discount the possibility of a fiance just jumping on the couch next to someone.
I mean, that too.
Oh no, where did Perry go?
Oh no, did I get booted again?
I don't see you.
No.
Yeah, it says
What did I
he's
do?
There's like a specific way you have to go to the menu.
That is a bunch of nonsense.
And like if you don't go
Um,
that way, you like actually like quit out of the lobby.
Grumble,
Says
grumble,
trombone's
grumble.
online.
Okay, Trombone is collecting her things because it's actually letting her do that.
Maggie Nate.
Nugget, what do you want, little nugget?
Ah, fine.
All right, we got a full squad.
Oh, lost
Nope.
trombone.
We got almost a full squad. You need me to invite you again, or are you still collecting things?
Still collecting things.
Okay,
I'm almost finished collecting things.
you're all good. I've got the finger on the trigger, so you don't have to worry about putting in the lobby code. You just let me know. Be way easier.
There's too many notifications.
I'm telling you, this game has an insane amount of microcurrencies. There's so many, it's ridiculous. And it's only gotten worse. Like, I remember when we
Yeah.
first started playing this game, it was too many. And now they've added like 4 or 5 more.
Yeah, it was annoying at the start, and there's so many now.
Why do we still play this game?
Because I love it!
Ah, fine.
I'm going to try a new character. I'm going to try Lapras. We're going to see how it goes. We're just going to see. I don't have a defender that I like. So we'll do a couple rounds of Lapras and then either go back to Blissey or get back into the swing of Gengar because I miss Gengar. I guess the
Gengar
real
was one
question
I
is,
tried, but never could get good.
I enjoy Gengar a lot. He's a fun jungler. The question is, what team layout do we want to do here? What are we feeling?
All random, all day.
All random all day. Mayfly, what character did you pick for your first?
It's the little mushroom.
There's the mushroom character.
The
Is it
little
like the
puffy
cotton ball?
mushroom. Yes, but also mushroom.
Okay, I think that's a defender. I can't remember what it is.
It
The
is.
Cottony?
Yes, that is correct.
Eldegoss, I think, or whatever.
Eldegoss, not Cottony. That's the one.
Okay, trombone is ready now.
All right. Invited.
Except.
Somebody just tell me where to go, and I will go there.
I think you're also playing a defender if you're going to keep on with Slowbro.
Unless you want me to switch to something else, I'm happy to play whatever. So.
No, you play what you want to play, but that does mean that I probably will not be Lapras yet. I'll wait until we get.
No. Go be Lapras. Just tell me what else what we need. I'll
Am
play whatever
I
that is.
good to stay with the low and Ninetales?
Yes.
Christina's gonna go play It Takes Two with the Seaster before she goes to bed. Enjoy It Takes Two.
Seaster.
What a fun one.
Bye, Christina. What should I play, Nate? You tell me what to play, and I will play
I
that
don't know.
character so you can
Who
play
else
that.
do you like playing as?
I pretty much exclusively have played Slowbro. So
Then I
you tell
think
me
you
what
should
to
keep
play.
on.
No,
Who do you
just-
have?
I not many. That's the I have like the ones you get when you start. That's pretty much it.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, Harry. Harry.
What happened?
Somebody on the other team didn't confirm.
Wait,
But we lost.
So we got so
It's
we
okay,
lost. I don't
cancel
know
it.
why. but-
I'm still sitting in the lobby. What's going on here?
No, according to
canceled
me,
it
you're
quick enough.
gone.
Yeah.
It's just been sitting here telling me my phone is freaking out.
Oh.
Y'all, I'm sorry. It's like
Okay.
it's spinning.
worry about it.
It's spinning and it's not letting me press accept. There we
There we
go.
go.
That's
Oh,
what
there
I
we go.
was doing earlier.
Sorry, y'all. That was really
That's when
weird.
I went through the restart.
I'm literally like 5 feet from my router. This should not be happening.
They need an Ethernet cable that you can just plug into your phone. I'm sure that exists.
I mean, definitely somewhere it exists.
Probably.
All right, maybe it'll work this time.
Remember that was a
Nate,
big
I-
defining factor for
I also
Checkpoint, was
realized
whether or
that
not
I
to get the
still had
OLED,
like
so they
power
could hardwire in
saving
the
mode
Switch.
on my phone, which was not helping it with gaming.
Hi, little not 20-pounder. What do you want?
Is that its name? Not 20-pounder.
I'm trying to get her to respond to Nugget, and I think it's working.
I love Nugget.
Thank you.
I support this.
Thank you.
Everybody click accept.
Yes, I did. There we go.
That's my bad.
Okay. I can never tell because all of their avatars look the exact same.
They're the most generic looking things.
They're awful.
All right, it's not letting me pick a character right now. It's saying connecting to the server. No.
The good news is you still have 34 seconds. You've got some time here.
Oh my goodness, what is going on? Okay, so wait,
So I
Nate, what do
found
you?
that restarting mine and plugging it in on the charger while playing has helped it so far.
Okay. Nate, what should I play at this point? I
You
got
keep
10
going slow,
seconds.
bro. I'll go get
Alright.
it.
Oh, I got a network error.
Oh, come on. Again?
I'm not. I wish I was joking. Failed to
No, me
reconnect to the
too.
server.
I'm
Let's
having
retry.
This is ridiculous.
This is going
Okay,
very
let's
well.
try this again. I'm on my Switch. I'm not even on my phone.
I'm,
Oh, there we go.
I can't get closer to my wireless router if I tried.
I think 5 of us playing Pokemon Unite is just overflowing their servers. They
Yeah,
can't.
their server can't handle 5 people in a
No, I
party.
They
can't. I
cannot
can't.
comprehend 5 people returning to their game tonight.
We're the only everybody else is bots. We're the only 5 actual people.
I mean,
I am a small little cotton.
I'll
You
go
start
bottom.
as small con.
If Slowbro or Slow, if you want to
top.
come with me.
Yeah, I'm coming
Mayfly, if
bot.
you want to go top.
I'm on a jungle.
yeah.
It has been a while since I have played as Ghastly, but we will do our best.
I believe in you. Heart of the cards. Well, as I was saying in stream this morning, I played Pokemon TCG for like the first time in a decade over the weekend.
I was really enjoying Slay the Spire this morning. I think I'm gonna play that tomorrow.
Yeah, it looked like you were having fun. It definitely takes a little bit to get used to.
Yeah. I think, like, especially because there's not really many that you can use to trust, like, restore
Oh
health.
no. Oh no, I'm going to
Oh,
die.
don't go
I
in. Get
died.
out of there. Too late.
I died.
Yeah.
I am big dead. It's okay though.
Harry, I'm gonna grab some of Nate's jungle.
You got it.
Never mind. I took the one thing that wasn't a buff.
All right. Had you back for a second there, Trombone. Going back to jungle.
Yep. I appreciated it. Oh, there's two of them. Retreat to the base, Mayfly. Not the
Okay.
base, but just the.
I am leaving.
Alright, I'm coming back.
Okay, I am going back.
Hey, and
I'm sorry, there's a legendary dog on the field right now?
You bet, and Mew.
No
Yeah,
big
and
deal.
Mew. Yeah.
Just a couple legendaries hanging out, no big deal.
NBD.
watch out. They're gonna.
Oh, they trapped me in a spider web.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm doing. I
Okay,
just
come
wanted to
back
be part
and
of the
get
party.
this fairy.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Just hang out, have a
I
good time.
died.
Okay.
No better way to learn than from playing.
That's right.
Because I skipped the tutorial and played one match, and I was like, yeah, sure, I got it.
That's okay.
Good enough.
I ejected in the
That's
wrong
usually how I
way.
do things. Like, I don't need a
Oh, no!
tutorial.
What is going on? What?
What? Oh no, we lost our top base.
Yeah, and we're getting obliterated down on the bottom too at the same time.
Probably my fault, to be fair.
No. No, it's not.
Okay, careful. I gotta heal up.
Oh no, please go away. Why can I not run faster? That's sad.
Oh, they got Rotom up top. Yep, and all three
Oh, I
of them
leveled
are
up.
here.
I was gonna be 8. I was so hyped. Or I thought it was gonna be 9, I mean.
Gonna go help Trombone.
Yep, Trombone's just trying to stay alive.
I
No!
was so nugget.
Are you kidding?
I know, right?
That's some delayed aim there. Well, good news is you got him. Bad news is I fed him.
Oh.
Oh, there's like everyone. Okay, yep. Surprise Pikachu.
Okay, cool. That was exciting. And then it was just completely dunking our basement too.
Mayfly, try to stay at the base. If you can.
Okay. Got it.
Wait, I have a full 30.
Noted.
Don't give up.
No way. Yeah, we gotta get the rust off with Gengar.
Oh,
we gotta
come on.
get a lot of the rust off there. And they got Dreadnought. Oof.
Oh, come on now. No, 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 no.
I got my Unite move just as they.
Whoa, that was cool.
I had a 40. Well, we're getting whipped.
Oh, they're little Diglets. I love Diglets.
Oh. Ah.
Definitely forgot I did not have dodge. I have special attack. Upsy dupsy.
Oh, parry. So close. Okay, coming top. Oh, they got
They
Raton.
got Rotom.
Ooh.
There's like 3 of them here.
Oh,
Okay, top is down.
I leave.
Well, I dunked 40 on their base up top.
Woof!
I have
They're
29,
one-shot.
but it's not helping.
Oof.
Oh, I hit the wrong button and now I wasted my thing.
It helped. You got Pikachu because of it.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, I'm pushing bottom.
That was petty, but I had to get Mew. I had to. Mew's taken me down one shot too many times for me not to go.
Okay, scoring.
Gonna try to score up top. We shall see. Might take down this base. Did.
I'm coming to help up top.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Got two.
You got bottom base, but
Done.
they're probably gonna get.
Yeah, they got me.
Second
Yeah,
too
careful,
late,
Nate.
Trombone. We were so close.
I was able to score, though.
Careful,
so
Mayfly,
that
don't
was
go
good.
forward.
15 seconds to Zapdos. Three seconds.
Okay, there's 2 bottom.
Oh,
They
I'm
pushed me
down.
back.
You can do it! What a goal!
Okay, coming mid. I have my Unite move.
There's a bunch of coins on the ground.
Oh, come
They
on.
got them, and they're coming towards the base with it.
I'm just like mashing my Unite move, and it's not happening.
No! So squishy! They got it.
Haha!
Good news is we only have one base to defend.
Feel like I
works.
helped.
Bad news is, we only have one base to defend.
Yep.
Wow, how? Why? I had full health, you jerk.
Don't give
Your butthole.
I don't think they dumped too much on us. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we
I
defended
have
pretty good on that one.
47.
We defended well.
I got 40. I'm going to drop it.
I'm coming behind you.
Oh my god,
They
this tiny
can't
dog is
stop
going to
all
kill me.
of us.
Oh, found me.
Yeah, they can.
Ah, small
You
dog
just,
went
like,
under
melt
cow.
me.
Oh, come on.
I got it back.
Nope.
Well, I tried.
Bubby, shush.
You're kidding. My Unite move did like a single little
This
square
guy's
of
gonna
damage
kill
to Dartrix. My actual Unite move. That's insane.
This guy's gonna kill me. These guys are gonna kill me. I'm going to die.
3, 2,
Oh boy.
1. Time's up.
I did not die, but just barely.
Oof. That was.
I really thought that since Mayfly is a literal, like, just started playing the game, it would try to pin us with some lower level peeps.
Nope.
No.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's not your fault.
Oh
Not
no.
all your fault. Yeah,
Not even
Cam!
Ooh.
MVP?
MVP indeed.
Uh,
Well, I at least started to remember Gengar's moves towards the end. Slightly.
Don't you go under that couch. Stop it.
Most
That
valuable
thing back
Pokemon,
where
that's
it
right.
came from, or so help me.
I wish I could make any like advice to Mayfly of how to play Eldegoss, but I don't think I've ever played as Eldegoss a single time.
I haven't
I
either.
just liked it because it looked like a little cotton ball. And mushroom
does.
at the same time.
It's a cute Pokemon.
I know some Pokemon. Aeron is my favorite. That's about the extent that I can tell you of Pokemon.
They should have Aeron in this game. They really should.
They
That would
really
be
should.
good.
Aeron is never in anything, and it makes me upset.
Oh, it'll happen eventually.
It's
I
got a
actually,
nice, like,
I think it might
stacked
be a,
evolution.
like in one of the maps, mob.
Oh, okay. I mean, it would make sense if they put it as like, because it does have a good evolution group, like set up. Like you go from like the little guy up into like basically a Tyranitar type. So it'd be kind of a nice.
Yeah, it's definitely a logical one to put in there.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why I do not start as the little Chansey happening. I
Oh,
start
yeah,
as
no, that
Chansey
makes no
and
sense.
Not happening. I wish I started as happening and worked my way all the way up the food chain.
Mhm.
most valuable Pokemon.
My favorite part of
That's creepy.
Eldegoss's line, Mayfly, is I think that your first one, the like first evolution, looks like the Chili's logo.
It does. That's correct.
It
You
makes
are
me really happy.
you are correct on that. Basketball, can you shush? No? Okay.
Mayfly, you good? Yep.
Sorry. Yeah, that was me. Sorry, my cat was screaming at me.
You are all good.
Cat, tell us about your cat.
His name is Mr. Basketball, and he is a jerk.
Nope, nope,
I
whoopsie.
love him.
Select.
You know what? I could always try to go for a Battle Blissey. It's been a while. Let's go for Battle Blissey. So, Cam, if you want a jungle, you are more than welcome.
I can. It's not like my preferred, but yeah, I basically just like take the opposite abilities if I'm going to jungle.
I don't know if Battle Blissey would be a good jungler, just because Pound just doesn't do enough damage. Or Double Slap, or whatever it is. But I do love Battle Blissey.
Yep. Yeah, I can do it.
Let's go for it this round, and then we can change it up if need be in the next one. Swap back and
This one's
forth. I love the
probably
little
my
Bo
last
Peep
round
Gardevoir.
tonight.
That's so fun. Dodrio's in this game? Why?
Yeah, I feel like there's a handful of Pokemon in this that I'm like, oh, that was a choice.
Yeah, it makes me feel like Delibird could be a choice. Why not put Delibird in the game?
Because we contacted Nintendo and told them not to.
That's cruel. Cruel and unusual.
Mm.
Mayfly, if you want to stick with me.
Where are you?
I'll walk you through the ropes.
On the
I'm down
bottom.
here on the bottom path. And we're taking
Bottom.
down mobs to build up our levels. So
Got
I can get you to last hit, and that's the way you'll get the most points. For
Got
instance,
it.
Gibble just took our last hit and got the most points. All right, come down here.
Oh, coming down here.
Don't push him too hard, Perry.
Ah,
Nice.
haha.
Okay, so normally what I would recommend
Yeah.
doing then is we're going to try and push a little bit, but we don't really need to because they've already got me down to this low health.
I'm
Alright.
about to come bottom.
Still our hit, so we're going to try and take down this Ralt, see if we can do it. Looks like we got Dodrio
On
down
my
here
way.
as well. So we've got most of their squad down here on this lane.
Oh, jeez.
I come back here, Mayfly. Take down this Crayfish.
Jeez. Crayfish.
Don't worry about them battling the base. I'll try and go and defend. Just take it down.
Got it. Got it. Ow!
Nice job
Leave
on
me
the
alone,
rolls.
Stevie. Leave me alone. That wasn't fair.
Sylveon got
I
you.
got
Go,
ganged
Perry. You
up
can
on.
get last hit.
Oh, thank you.
I got ganged up on. That was not fair.
Oh, just definitely launched the exact opposite direction of what I wanted to do.
It's all good. We got Sylveon for you, hopefully. Oh, no!
We traded, I think.
Yeah, you did. 100%.
Okay.
We
Wait,
definitely got
back to
Gibble
the
as well.
Perry.
Let's push now. So come with me, Mayfly. We're gonna try and dunk some points here. So you press
I'm
X
coming
to
top.
score.
Yes, I did a bunch of that in the one game I
Okay.
played, but
Let's
I
go
don't know
take
how
these-
I didn't die.
Take down their mobs now so that we can drain their mobs so that we can get their experience points. Probably able to get this one. Then we're gonna run.
Nope, I'm down, Perry.
No, go this way.
Yep,
Target the
now
other
run.
way.
Run back to our
Oh
mobs.
god.
Don't worry about that
Oh
one.
god. Oh god. Okay. Oh jeez. oh
My moves make you attack faster and hit harder, and also buff your health a little bit. So if you stay relatively
that's
close to
fair.
me, then I'll make you attack even faster. I'm gonna let you get last hit on this one. And we're gonna go to the crayfish. that we went to
No.
Trying to get to y'all top. I just went down. Okay.
I didn't realize that Perry was down. I should have realized that from the groan.
No, it's all right. It happened. I was about to get the fruit.
Right. Now follow
Just
me. We're gonna
for
defend against this Ralts.
Okay, top
Try
is
to take
down.
these bees.
I'm gonna get this
Gibble.
crawfish, then let's go fight him at Ratam.
Oh jeez. Oh
Get
jeez.
one of the berries.
I'm out.
Berries. Go top, top, top.
Oh jeez. I'm gonna
Okay, you got a berry.
die.
It's okay. It's all right. So
I
okay.
died.
You did die. Next time, just so you know, what you can do is hide in a bush. They can't see you whenever you're in a bush. And if you hit down on the D-pad or whatever you're playing on, it'll summon you back to base, and you can go back to full health in the base.
Bushes. Of course it's bushes.
You would rather flee and let them get the base than feed them your experience. Up here is crayfish. They did take down Dreadnought, which is a bummer,
Oh my gosh, and I got Rotom too.
but not surprising.
All four of them are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even bother, Perry.
I literally
pushing
just
pretty
saw
hard.
like
Where you at,
someone
Mayfly?
coming towards me, didn't
Nope,
even
I'm
realize it
down.
was Perry, and just started shooting.
Oh man, they just danced with me, dude. How am I level 7?
Oh, Sylveon is so low. There you
it.
go, Trombone. Good job. Okay. I need to like get one more
Get 'em,
level.
Brian, get him.
They took our first base. Get out of there, Mayfly. Come
I
down here
can't
with
move.
the
Out of
animals.
here. Why is this
Move.
Umbreon not going
Really
down?
fast.
I just could not move. It would not
Yeah, that
move.
Umbreon
me.
Had
had
Garchomp
some
top.
Wild
follow-
HP weekend.
Yeah, I know. It was ridiculous.
I wonder if Dodrio
I'm coming
has, like,
in,
a
bottom.
scary look or something.
I'm stunned. They just
Oh, I was so
100%
close
me.
to helping. I was right there. They're crazy over level. Gardevoir's a level
Yeah.
11.
No, leave me
Yeah.
alone.
The
No, leave
Gardevoir
me
just like
alone.
legitimately ate my full HP.
No, leave me alone.
Gardevoir is actually level 11. We're probably gonna have to pair up. Gotta group up.
I'm gonna go get this.
Come up here with me, Mayfly. We're gonna take
Got
some
it.
We gotta get some levels.
I got a bunch following me.
We're on him.
There's
Oh,
nothing we can
geez
do against that
Louise.
Gardevoir. The best thing we
No.
can hope for is Gardevoir runs away.
Yeah, there's. Wow, that was fun.
Yep. I was about to say, Gibble
Okay,
should be
pushing
easy.
to Ratam.
Let's go. All 5.
Oh,
Forget-
come on.
No! We can still fight back the road.
Oh, ow, hello. Wow.
Got you, Trombone. Just don't
Run
die.
Oh,
away!
Running away.
I feel like some characters like move so fast, and I'm just like CC'd 90% of the time.
Running away. something.
There was nothing I could do! Tried so hard.
And
Their
got
Dodrio does have
so-
50 points to drop.
Okay, I'm going to die if I don't. Okay.
They have got to pin us against different squads.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
don't.
getting ridiculous.
This is why I stopped
think
playing
I killed
Unite in the
something.
first place.
I did kill something. I don't know what it was, but I killed something.
You got 2 kills, Mayfly.
Oh,
I think-
good for me.
I think
I
we
died.
have the cohesion. We're partnered out of our league. They're
No
bumping us
longer
above
good
our rank.
I died.
Attention, we're really struggling.
Me too. Me too.
Try and push
We
one
Got
direction.
Zapdos in a minute, as a heads up.
I'm
gonna go
Top, see what we can do. Or we could even send 4 top and somebody fast that's got the most points down bottom to when we distract them, hopefully. Nope, Garchomp up top.
Nope, leaving.
Garchomp's pretty squishy though if we can just corner him.
I got him.
got him. Nice.
Nice. And Sylveon is level 13. Umbreon's level 12. We could maybe get the Umbreon. Dodrio's also 13. Umbreon's our best bet right now. Nice.
Good job, Harry.
Can drop.
Ew.
Dodrio's half health.
Nice.
Oh my. Yeah,
Dodrio
I
behind
walked right
us.
into that.
Stay on, Chomp.
Okay, I died. But at least I helped with some points.
Am I alone?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Harry's there with you, but
I'm there.
Oh yeah, Terry is there.
But I'm getting whipped.
oop, Harry, you got.
Zapdos is in
the
center, but I
Garchomp.
don't see their whole team, so odds are they're about to get it.
Yeah, Sylveon is in our base, but
Hey, I forgot. I didn't know you were a bad guy. Go away.
I'm gonna try to
Wasn't
stop
thinking about it.
Zap if they're taking it.
You could always steal it.
Oh, I was so
Nope.
close.
All right, I'm going to defend as best as I can.
Okay, well,
Yep. I'm here to help defend.
I hope that helped. It didn't look like it helped very much, but I hope that helped because I died for it.
I'm out.
You're in trouble.
what?
I wonder if Dodrio starts as Doduo.
I think they did, yeah. I legitimately charged at their Sylveon, and they just face tanked my ability and then killed me.
I'm telling you guys, I think we've got the cohesion. We're teaching Mayfly, and they're just putting us at like ranked battles here.
Yeah.
We're totally outclassed for what we've got.
I am also bad at basically every game I've ever played.
I don't think you're bad at all. I
Oh.
think you're learning. Learning and bad are two different things, and I would argue that bad probably doesn't even exist, even though I'm the one that says I'm terrible at FPL.
3, 2, 1.
All just a state of mind.
Time's up.
I'm gonna get a dub, even if it takes me until midnight. I'll be here till tomorrow.
I'd say, I got one more, so this next one better be the dub.
This is the dub.
I said last time that one was my last one, so I'm gonna head off.
All right, all good, Trombone.
See you later.
It might be helpful. Would it be helpful if like you had Mayfly start it, because then it would be her lobbies?
Oh, that's true.
That's not
That works for me. Mayfly, if you want
Okay.
to, we'll all back out.
Okay.
And you can start a game. Don't start it though. Just get in this screen and we'll tell me your lobby code and we can all hop in.
God.
I'll stick
so
around for
I'm
one
going
more.
to the main menu. And then I'm
Yeah.
starting a lobby.
Correct.
I'm not returning to the. Okay, got it. Okay. Oh, stop telling me things. I don't care. I don't want to press X to do the things. Don't tell me that. Okay, hold up. It's forcing me to read things I'm
Yeah,
not
it
actually.
wants to do all the micro stuff.
Yeah, it's making me read things. It's like, you should read this because you did this. And I'm like, I don't want to. Okay. I hit this button. Okay, ready? 238 992 34.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, no.
Perfect.
So trombone's gone. So is this just? Are we just? What do I do now?
Trombone's gonna stick around for this last one.
Roman's got
Okay.
one more.
Okay. Invite friend.
Except,
Woo.
Ready?
Okay. Start.
Yep.
That's what I hit. So I hope that's correct.
It's right. You got it.
I believe in you.
8 hours until the next Milgram video drops. I cannot wait. I swear if they do Mahiru dirty, I'm out. Be irate.
You say that, but I don't believe you.
Mahiru is perfect. She is a perfect person. She's definitely
no,
real.
we just don't believe that you're actually out.
Yeah, no, I don't believe you're out.
Oh,
I very much do not
That's,
believe
like,
you're out.
everything else we're okay with, but
yeah. No, I don't think anything could stop me from watching more Milgram.
you're in too deep.
Obscura is
There's too many things to actually be out.
Mayfly, you good?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm sorry.
Alright.
My Twitch gave
You're
me a
all good.
notification and I got distracted. Twitch
I'm
was
here.
like, "Hey, this channel, you want to watch this right now?" And I was like, "Well, I do, but I'm also busy, so I don't."
Cam, would you rather jungle or pick a lane for your last round?
I guess it depends on if you want to do Blissey or not.
Well, that's why I'm asking because it is your last one. I want to be respectful to your preference.
I kind of want to try a new. Should I try a new poke for the last round? That seems crazy.
That is fun.
I'm
I'll
gonna
do Charizard
try.
again. I can lane if you want to jungle.
Okay. Go, go, go. Oh, pressure's on. We got it. We got it.
I can go bottom with Mayfly. Perry wants to go top with T-Bone.
All right, I'm gonna top.
That's good.
This will probably be my last two.
All good.
Mostly because my phone's about to die.
Is this a battery drain? I can imagine it being.
Yeah.
Oh, it's completely decimated my battery. I was at like 50 something percent. I'm at like 9 now.
Oh no.
I mean, I've gotten, like... Oh, no, now is not the time to call me. I'm busy.
Mayfly in chat sneaky asks if you'd have a chance to watch Candela Obscura yet.
No, but it's live right now. That was the Twitch notification.
Oh,
Wait, is that the Breath of the Wild or not Breath of the Wild? Is that the new Zelda one they're doing?
No, it's they made a TTRPG.
Oh.
Oh, is this
Yeah.
what's it?
Critical Role.
Critical Role? Nice.
Yeah.
I'm really
Isn't there a
excited. I
Zelda
want to
thing
check it
tonight? I
out.
swear I saw that on Twitter.
Well,
Are they
I don't
doing
know.
two things
Their Twitch just
Careful, fall back,
notified me.
Mayfly. Fall back, fall back.
I got distracted talking about
I'm
Critical Role.
tired.
So Twitch just notified me that
It's too
Candela
nice.
Obscura was
How am I
live.
on
So I don't
fire?
know if they just like messed up their Twitch stuff or what. Because Candela Obscura doesn't go live on YouTube until the 8th. Which I know because I'm not subscribed to them on Twitch anymore because I'm subscribed to Cam.
Yay.
Mate,
I'm coming back,
I'm very
Trombone.
low.
Alright.
Hang in there. I'm coming.
I dropped him a little bit. Go get those bees.
I just let them drop and leveled up instead.
Oh, Big B is going away.
Okay.
Bye, Big B.
How did he already level up? That's a bunch of nonsense.
Oh no, I died. I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. My meds
sorry.
have stopped
I
working.
didn't know you were jungling.
the big brain does not focus
We got-
very well.
We got 3 bottom.
Fine.
Oh no, it is the Zelda thing tonight. Their Twitch stuff was just wrong.
They
when
just
it
didn't
notified
update
me.
their title.
They just didn't update the title.
Happens to the best of us.
Never
Okay,
me.
I'm going to
I
go
never
this
make a
way.
mistake on
Never
Twitch.
You. No, never.
No.
Oh, I died. Yeah, it's the Breath of the Wild thing tonight. And
Oh, I'm
then
super
I know
low, Nate.
Candela Obscura goes on YouTube on the 8th, but I don't know
Oh,
when
I'm
it's
down.
live.
Yikes.
Why am I on fire again?
All right, we ain't playing noobs. So much for that. It was a good
God.
plan.
It was a
Sean.
valiant attempt, but yeah, I just
I tried.
Oof, I'm
I
down.
tried to salvage it. I did not do very well, but I tried.
yeah, we need to try to fight
I literally
mobs.
couldn't think
like
of
the
a stream
NPC
title today,
creatures,
so I
Yeah.
just put,
Try to get some
insert
XP.
stream
Come
title
on.
here.
We're getting
Glaceon
dunked
just
on up
took out,
top.
like, 2/3 of my health.
Take down this crayfish and then I can try and
We
help.
lost up top, and they got
Yeah.
me.
Cool, cool.
How does this thing home so much?
Why?
Yeah, Mayfly. Yeah, just yeah. They're like so far over level.
I was
leveled
going
on us.
after the mobs too, and they were just like, nah.
Barry, you want me to help you get some levels, or do you want to try to do Rotom?
I was gonna do Rotom. I don't think like it. I mean, I've been trying to do mobs, but they didn't respawn quite enough for me.
Yay! I am a little
We get it?
puffball.
We got it! All right, now let's do mobs. Come on.
Yep.
Because they're going to be distracted for a bit.
Okay, I'm at 30, but
My trombone's back. I'm going to let y'all
Okay.
handle the mobs.
careful bottom, careful, careful.
Go, leave me.
Up here they come. I'm out.
Level 9 score bunny.
It pushed me back.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to steal that if I stole that.
No, you're good.
I was just trying to assist.
Yikes.
Careful, careful.
Ow.
You just heal up so much.
It's ridiculous.
They're
Like every
all
time I'm
summoned,
about to
but I
get them,
can't do anything with
they
them.
heal up.
Die again. I died again. Hi, little dog. What do you want? Mommy keeps dying in the game. I know. Kisses. Thank you.
Oh, I'm pushing too hard. Now I'm just feeding them.
Ah. That is terrifying. That just looks like a whole bundle of bad. And I'm dead again, so it was a bundle of bad. I went down there, I was like, man, that looks not great. Tried to leave, didn't leave.
Don't give up.
Me too, game.
Yeah, we're really struggling because you're not giving us.
You would think, I literally started this game like 45 minutes ago. You would think they would give us, like, lower level people to fight. I'm just saying.
I
Okay,
keep
level
getting
9.
cornered by like
Charizard
3
now.
people.
I know, this is a cohesive team. I wonder if it's putting
Yeah.
us against teams because we have a full squad.
Maybe.
That's like the only logical thing I could think of at this point.
Yeah.
Score bunny took me down from max.
I tried to protect the one at the bottom, but it did not work.
Oh, come on.
How do we still have, like,
Oh,
this-
it's
I feel
gone
like
now.
that Slowbro's Unite move has come off cooldown so fast.
Yeah, something's up there.
I feel like I've seen him. Like,
Man!
I saw him use it 3
Oh
times.
no! Oh no! Please leave
Oh
me
well,
alone.
his Unite move
You are
looks a lot
level
like
13.
telekinesis,
Leave me
so
alone.
that might be what you're seeing.
Oh,
Glaceon's
do
just
not
at our
leave me
base.
alone. I tried to stay at the base, and then I got
Like,
annihilated.
what do you mean, Glaceon?
Oh,
I'm about to die.
It
I'm
just
out.
feels like flexing.
Right on their base.
Glaceon is crazy too. Like, I can't figure out how to dodge those icicles. It feels like those icicles
Let's
just
get
home everywhere.
Yeah.
They have, yeah. I'd say they have Rotom.
They have Rotom. Oh, no, get me out. Ugh. Accidentally wandered into a massacre.
Their Score Bunny just shreds me like cheese. Score Bunny's level 14. We're not at Zapdos, and they have level 14.
I literally hit Unite move and didn't even have a chance to use it because I was destroyed.
How did that even happen? Yeah, let's review that. Wow.
Oh my gosh. In like 3 seconds, they start attacking me and I'm dead.
The final stretch.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
gonna try to swipe Zapdos. We're gonna see how that goes. Because I
That
have my
sounds like
Unite
that.
move. So if I can just be sneaky enough and be patient enough. Now they saw me.
Nice.
Okay, we're on our way.
Where am I going? In the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, come on!
No, I'm about.
Oh, that makes me so mad. I was right there. Who got me, dude? I was right there. I was about to come out of my little hidey hole. Ooh. Ooh, that makes me mad. I was there, dude. I'm going to clip that because I want to go back and look. Thank you, Trombone. I want to see just how close I was because I'm telling you,
You were
just.
so close. Like, I was watching it on stream. And I, like, could not even tell. Like, literally, I'm
I was
like, I
so
don't
excited.
know if I blinked or what.
I was like, this is going to be a game-changing moment. Nope.
Oh no.
Par for the course.
Oh no. Please leave me alone.
For the absolute course.
Oh, come on. Attack the...
Oh, I can't move. I'm dead.
I'm running away.
I tried
How
that
is
and then I got
Slowbro faster than me?
stuck. I know, right?
It's in his name.
Thumbs up.
Slow is in the name. Hey, no, get away.
Go, Nate,
Big Ball, do you
go.
want to be part of the
Yeah, right. I'm
discussion?
gonna try to drop these
Sure.
41 points.
What?
Okay, that's a death trap. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Our base is a death trap at the moment.
Yeah,
Pretty much,
yeah.
yeah.
There I go again.
3, 2, 1. Time.
Like I'm inside of the our main base area and I'm
Yeah.
getting killed.
Yep.
GG's, everybody.
Well,
Wow.
this has been fun.
Sarcastic GGs for everyone.
1,000? I'm thinking 1,000. Come on. Yeah!
Yeah.
We had to have 1,000 happen, folks. We had to have it.
Hey, Nate's our MVP.
MVP Nate.
And I
Greatest
feel
gamer.
like it. I feel MVP at this moment.
A great.
I think I am going to be done because I'm very bad at this.
You're not bad. You're learning,
They're
and they keep
not
putting you against
bad.
the wrong
They're just
people.
giving us really high level teams.
But I appreciate you hopping in with us at all. I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, it's fun.
We're going to go to the end of stream. But thanks for hopping in, everybody. I'm sorry we couldn't get any of those dubs.
We will all
good,
leave
man.
and Nate'll get like 8 dubs.
Right?
In a row.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it happens. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep
Then we won't
watching.
be against teams anymore.
Yeah, I'll keep watching. I'm just gonna hop out.
All good. Thanks, y'all.
This was fun. Thanks, Nate.
Everybody in the chat that's not the people in the call, say thanks for chatting. Say bye, Mayfly. Bye, Trombone. Bye, Cam. Bye, Perry. See y'all. Okay, we're gonna go pick up all of the currencies, and then we're gonna go for some more. I kind of want to see if I can figure this thing out. Let's remove all of them and see what we can build. Because I feel like for Blissey, I want to have super high defense. Attack does not really matter to me. So that boosts defense, lowers attack. So there you go. But is it like in order of grade? Do I have any golds? I have 1 gold. Equip that bad boy. Next, let's go for silvers. Okay, boosts our defense. Beautiful. Boost our defense. Beautiful. Does all the right things. All these bad boys boost the defense. Does everybody boost defense? We're going to be so beefy. So what is the color? What does that mean? Do you get like bonuses for doing more of one color? Like the 357? Does that what that means? The bad Russian accent comes out when I'm nervous. My bad if it was annoying. Not annoying at all. We all have a Russian accent somewhere deep inside. Ooh, Pidgey does plus 10 defense. Hold up, plus 13. Why would I not want those? Those are obviously better. Let's look at our greens. Whoa, plus 16? Heck yes, Paris. Another plus 16, but that movement speed I need. I need to be able to get out. I see what's happening. I've been wrong this whole time. The blue and red numbers are the numbers that are changing. Well, now I feel like a dummy. Now I feel very silly. Ooh, a very fast movement speed would be nice. All that does is level back out my special attack. I want something else that boosts my defense. I want to get back up to that sweet 16. Perfect. Great. Let's try this layout. We got 5 greens. I don't know what that means, but we got it. You're going to want to focus on the color more than the exact number bonus. Okay. Well, I got 5 greens. That feels good. Except now I'm about to go try Lapras, who I do not know how they work. It's been a real long time. Real long time. But I want to try Lapras. I did not do a Lapras build just now, but I honestly don't know what that even means. What is a Lapras build? Who could say? I gotta learn her moves. I guess I probably could have gone to training. That would have been the more respectful thing to do for all the folks that I'm gonna be playing with. Let's go to training. Let's go to training and learn how to play as Lapras. Where is training? Practice. No. Yes. Okay. Let us practice with Lapras. My new Mon. I have. Oh no, I guess I can practice with anybody, can't I? Oh, I love it. A ranged defender. Okay. I also don't play as ranged very often. Hero Scrub, up until this point, I've been doing the recommended layout. I don't even bother doing it myself. That was the first time I've even looked at it. Okay. See what my moveset is here. So I got Ice Shard or Whirlpool. We're going to start with Ice Shard. That sounds like a nice ranged attack. But it's not really that ranged, is it? Feels pretty quick. Try Whirlpool. Straight up pulls a Whirlpool around me. And that's just doing constant recurring damage. Pretty nice. Lapras is OP. We'll find out. I do like that constant recurring damage. That's pretty nice. Oh, it froze them. Nice. All right, Water Pulse or Perish Song for real? Like they die, Perish Song? Let's try Water Pulse first. If Perish Song works like it does in the game, then that's an amazing move. Who wouldn't want that move? I like that Ice Shard freezes them. That's a nice thing. Water Pulse, I haven't even been paying attention. What does it do? Okay, so it whirlpools, but with a ripple effect. It's probably a little bit more damaging, but not constant. Okay, Ice Beam or Bubble Beam. We're gonna go with Bubble Beam. Not before we drop the bubble. Where's the baddie? Where are all the baddies? Ball toy? Okay, Ice Beam does exactly what I thought it would do, or Bubble Beam does exactly what I thought it would do. It bubbles and beams. Oh, it bubbles and beams. Okay, neat. Puts them in a bubble. I wonder what the bubble does. She came down in a bubble, dog. All right, my Unite move, what does it do? I just surf around. Is it surf? Oh, cool. Okay, so I literally surf around and then rocket out away whenever I want to. And those are my moves. So I wonder what makes her a defender. I wonder if one of my moves heals or something, or keeps them at bay, like just putting them in the bubble do something to help my teammates. Okay, so those are my moves. Can I start over? Yes. Leave battle. Let's go and look at her actual like player card so we can figure out what she does. Yeah, I'm the best. We know. Where can I go to her player card? I do not remember. Okay. Moveset. Basic attack. Shell armor. Okay. If the Pokemon takes damage from a single attack that exceeds a set percentage of its XP, that damage is reduced. Whirlpool, which then turns into Water Pulse. As the user releases a pulse of water centered on itself that spreads out, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits and decreasing the movement speed. Nice. For each opposing Pokemon hit by a pulse from this move, an additional pulse will be released. The next time this move is used, up to a total of 2 extra pulses. That's pretty cool. After the first pulse, after activating this move, hits an opposing Pokemon, the user's next basic attack becomes a boosted attack. Perish Song. User sings an eerie melody that echoes around it, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits. The move can be used up to 3 times consecutively within a set time, and opposing Pokemon hit all 3 times take additional damage. Opposing Pokemon that take this additional damage will be knocked out if their HP falls below a set percentage of their max HP. Okay. Ice Shard. Okay, could freeze. Bubble Beam. Grants the user a shield that has a user spray bubbles in the designated direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it hits. After the bubbles fly a set distance, they slowly float for a short time. Opposing Pokemon hit by a floating bubble are enveloped by it and left unable to act. Neat. Ice Beam. As the user unleash an icy cold beam of damage in the designated direction, dealing damage to the opposing Pokemon it hits. Freezing the ground. Opposing Pokemon on the frozen ground take damage over time. Have the movement speed decreased. Okay, so it freezes the ground. Cool. Okay. Sounds like Ice Beam is better. Has the user Lapras Express. As the user ride a wave quickly and continuously forward, the user's movement speed increases while riding but decreases if the user hits an obstacle. If the user hits an opposing Pokemon, the user stops in place, dealing damage to and throwing the opposing Pokemon while the user is riding the wave. One nearby ally Pokemon of the user's choice can ride on its back. Stop. I love that. If the move is used again, the user stops and launches a wave that continues moving forward, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it throws and throwing them. Okay. I love that the other Pokemon can join, dude. That's hilarious. Okay. Special defense, sure. Special attack, I guess. Buddy barrier. Definitely. I just don't have any others upgraded. I'm sure there's probably better items for her, but I don't have them upgraded. Offense, endurance, mobility, scoring, and support. So endurance is the best part. Yeah, what the heck? Let's try. Let's try a Lapras. Get in a couple rounds. My legs are killing me. We haven't taken a break this stream because I was so excited with all of our wonderful people in the chat. I do feel guilty that we lost every match. I'm very sorry to everyone. That is a bummer. I promise I think you're all wonderful. Well, yeah, but I want everybody to have a good time. Good. Well, that makes me glad as long as you still had fun. Definitely more fun than playing that one match by myself. And that's why we're here. We're here for the more fun than blank. Even if it has to be on a spectrum, we'll take it. We shall see. I'm definitely sold on it for a bit. It's nice to have a little break from Tears of the Kingdom. A nice little break of some kind of competitive games of service for a minute. I feel like it used to show you the rank of your opponents. It used to show you their borders too. I didn't know Sableye was in the game now. It's pretty dope. I'm alone. I'm all alone. No one here beside me. Oh, I definitely did not want potion. Oopsie doopsie. I definitely wanted a different item. Alright, that'll be fine. Be fine, but it ain't great. I'm all alone. Heal, heal, heal. Got him. I have returned! Welcome back, Christina. How is It Takes Two? Did you solve the problematic relationship? Are her parents finally happy? We're gonna do Water Pulse. Hold up, he's a level 4. Come help me, Firefox. Fox! I said that and immediately lost connection. Now you're back for real. Welcome back. Connection or no, we're glad you're here. All right, well, they dunked on us, but look, we still got their legendary dog, okay? Y'all having a good time? We lost every single match we played, Christina. But I had fun. I enjoyed having a full crew. That doesn't answer the question. You're right. I had a good time. Help me, Firefox! All I want to do is score these 30 candies. That's all I want. All I've ever wanted. Dunk these candies. We're gonna go with Ice Beam. I always have a good time with pretty much any video game that I play, with the one exception being Outer Wilds. As long as the game we're playing is not Outer Wilds, I'm probably enjoying myself. The only game that's ever broken me. Like Bane broke the bat. Look, I would love to score because I have just so many points. But I simply cannot. Down, 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 down! No! First death. I think that was my first death. Man. I was feeling good, too. Feeling pretty good about this one. I'm still not quite sure how to play Lapras. I'm not getting the defender part. Not really getting the whole defender. Holy smokes! Well, that was a waste of my ult. No, are you kidding? I didn't realize how close to death Aegislash was. Oh, that's a big sad. That's a big sad right there. And here comes Rotom. Dear sweet Rotom. There is a common denominator in our losing streak. Oh, man. Movie game, you got it, Xando, of course. Three minutes. Better Nate than Lever, that's what I always say.
You're in trouble.
Am I? Am I in trouble, though? No, Umbreon! Don't take my secret path, Umbreon! Why? Why would you take my secret path? I was the one! I was the one who was to take the secret path, Umbreon! No, I didn't click the button! I didn't click the button! Okay, so I guess it's not a button click that does it. That's the only thing I can think of. Where's my team? Anybody on my team here? You on my team gonna save me? Anybody on my team gonna help? Oh, good. I got away. I got away. Just barely. See, I missed Blissey.
Final stretch.
Blissey is better than a defender. I don't even want to see you, Umbreon. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of your face. Kind of tired of your face, Umbreon. Kind of tired of your face. Kind of tired of who you are. We got Ession. Okay. We traded. It's fine. I just want to dunk. That's all I want. I don't think I've scored a single point. I think I've scored nary a point. Oh, come on! Garbanzo!
You can do it.
I think we got that.
Goal.
I think the game is mistaken. Good job, buddy.
What a goal.
Y'all enjoy scoring. Have fun. Have fun with the scoring.
What a goal.
I shan't.
What a goal.
Hurts. Hurts deep inside. I'm gonna surf all the way over there. And I miss! And I missed! Cruel! A cruel fate. Are those fake? Sure. If you want to surrender.
5,
Didn't you play Eastward? I played a couple hours of Eastward,
2,
yeah.
1. Time's up.
All right, Zando. Your movie game is not this one. Your movie game is Marky Mark and the Rock get swole and kidnap area businessman. This and more from your Channel 4 news team. Stay classy, San Diego. Oof. Oof, that hurts. I did get a lot of assists. I got more assists than anybody else, so I guess I did the defender thing. Or I played like a support. How was it? It's very fun. If you like that classic, if you like that classic RPG style game, like 8-bit game, then you'll dig it. Great story, super cute characters. But definitely an 8-bit RPG. Jeopardy! All right, Zando, you get to guess first, but then it opens up to the rest of the chat. It's a final Jeopardy. So that means we have to ask, okay, Google, pick a number between 1 and 20. $17. Zando, this Jeopardy is worth 1,700 points. You get the first guess, and then we'll open it up to the rest of the chat. So, folks, do not answer. Zando gets the first chance, but after that, you are more than welcome to answer. The prompt is American colleges and universities. The answer, the 1862 Morrill Act gave states federal acreage. Right. Clearly, I can't read, so hang on. Let me re-scramble my brain. The 1862 Morrill Act gave states federal acreage to sell for school funds, leading to the creation of 69 of these. The 1862 Morrill Act gave states federal acreage to sell for school funds, leading to the creation of 69 of these. Also, yes, you are correct. It is Pain and Gankerman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. I'll try more with Lapras off stream. Blissy's just my main. I just enjoy Blissey. Enjoy playing as Blissey, and I think I should enjoy my experience. I should be having fun playing games. And I am having fun. Well, I got a pretty good team here. Zando, I'll give you like a minute more. There's a specific like name to them. You're barking up the right tree, but I want to see if anybody else can get the exact answer. So I'll open it up to the rest of the chat. State College, also not quite it. Say it again. The 1862 Morrill Act gave federal acreage to sell for school funds, leading to the creation of 69 of these. It is a land grant school, correct. Sando, 1,700 points. Don't let me forget. Squad! Score Bunny! Score Bunny! You have 9 points, Score Bunny! Score Bunny, why would we not take down this Score Bunny and then score? You absolute fool! Score Bunny! What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? And I guess you're getting them points, but I sure could use your help elsewhere. Come here and take me down. Help me take down these mobs, bud. Come on, we got him. We got him. Heck yes. Where you going? You going after Dreadnought? Come on! Come on! Don't just run away! Oh. Could have been ours. Uh-oh. You stopped me! You stopped me! Why would Crustle not try to dunk? I'm so confused. This team is so baffling. They're actually really, really decent. But they're making some silly choices. Started Horizon Zero Dawn today, which I bought knowing nothing about it. Other than that, it looked cool and it was on sale and it was absolutely fantastic. Yes, that is definitely a completely different league from the other game we were just talking about. I guess I'm helping Talonflame. Didn't want that at all. Here we are. We did it. Another universe. Where's my team? Where's my squad? Squad!
You're in trouble.
Yeah, we're in trouble because Crustle won't dunk! Crustle's got 40 points and just refused to dunk them. Like a maroon. Alright, I'm dunking. Dag nabbit. If nobody else is gonna dunk, then I will. Come on! How fast can he be? Oh, he gave it to us. Why did he do that? Bunch of silly, silly billies. No, Charizard's coming. We don't stand a chance. Oh, not to sound like a broken record, but you should probably try Street Fighter 6. They have a modern control scheme that is a little more like Smash. Okay, why was I even bothering there? Apparently, story mode is really helpful in teaching some advanced tactics to help casual folks get good. I mean, you know, I'm always there for a story, Zando. That's probably what I enjoy the most about Mortal Kombat. I never play Mortal Kombat competitive, but I always play the story modes. Same reason I play like Injustice and stuff like that. So I definitely like a good story. If I can get a good story, I'm in. The issue is that, to be quite frank, I've never really cared about the Street Fighter story. So I think I've got some research to do. I might need a crash course. Perhaps at lunch tomorrow on Discord. Push! If John Claude isn't in the game, I'm out. Deal breaker. Yep. In fact, if you could just go ahead and put all of the classics. Thank you for letting me get the dunk there. It doesn't always do that, you know? Maybe not. The story is based on your character more so. The SF character stories, that's what arcade mode is for. John Claude's character is in the game. Yeah, I love a good story. I love a good story. That's what Mortal Kombat, that's where Mortal Kombat worked for me.
The final stretch. You're on fire.
Let's do it, Talonflame. Let's do it. Let's do it, Talonflame. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Okay, did they get the Zapdos? It's your character story more so than the classic Street Fighter characters. Understood. We did it, baby! I think this might be our dub. If this is our dub, we're going out. I'm done for the night. Not a chance am I going for any more if this is the dub. Not a chance. This is the end if that's the case. And man, I hope it is. Man, I hope it is. I'm gonna go defend.
You're on fire.
Best as I can. Sure hope my squad comes back to help. 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 But is it going to be a good character story? That's what I need to know. I need it to be real engaging. Dare I say the best story I've ever heard? That's the level I'm expecting. If it's not the greatest story ever told, then I don't know if I should bother. I really hope this is a dub, folks. I'm really going to need this to be a dub. I'm going to need one dub over this course of 3 hours. Just one. That's all I ask. I don't feel like that's asking too much. From the one review that's come out so far, not so much, no. I don't know. Is there like a co-op?
You win.
I won? I wish I could see! We did it! We got the dub! We did it, folks! We did it at last! We finally got the dub! I didn't get MVP, but I did get second most valuable Pokemon. Wow. That was that was so tough. Oh man, feels good. Feels good, man. We're going to the main doggone menu. It was Zando's presence. Zando's presence and Zando's presence alone. Zando was our lucky item. Woo! What a mess. What an absolute mess, huh? I'm tired. I'm tired after these 3 hours. 3 hours of Pokemon Unite. I forgot how much this game just drained you. I hope we've been at least borderline entertaining, folks. I went back through one of our old Unite videos to try and like draw out a quick TikTok that I could do to promote the stream. And not interesting. just me interacting with the game and getting a little frustrated here and there and maybe throwing in a quip or two, but there was not anything of real substance. As someone that is an entertainer by trade, it was not my best work. Not entertaining. So, like, I've maxed out the greens there, right? It is a 6. Okay, so I haven't maxed out the greens. I'm 1 away from maxing out the greens. So if I traded out this Rattata for something with a green, if I did an execute instead, or a Bulbasaur, then that means I have 6 greens. What does that mean, though? What does that mean? You can move to the right over the colors to see what they actually boost. +4 special attack. Well, I don't want that at all, do I? I want defense. Oh, man. There's a lot of things to know. There's a lot of things to know. I do feel like I'm starting to understand why people are just doing baffling things in the game. Whenever their character does baffling things, it's because they have a boost. They have their boost all figured out. Kind of put too much time into this game? I definitely have not. I have put in a perfectly reasonable amount of time. But in all fairness, I've put in more time to this game than just about any other games of service. So, I mean, that's cool. Okay. Well, we're going to wrap it there, folks. This has been fun. I always enjoy some Pokemon Unite. We'll see if this will be our new Tuesday night game for a little while. Even if it's like a... we play it for like an hour and a half, and then we play Minecraft for the last hour and a half, or Mario Kart, or whatever people are feeling that night. Maybe some Street Fighter. We'll see. We'll see, Zando, if we end up playing some Street Fighter or not. But just kind of dance around. See what we're feeling that night. But for now, my feet are killing me. I didn't take my breaks like I do normally every hour, and so my feet are aching. They hurt so bad. And I gotta go. Who's streaming? Who's live right now? Is Jay still playing Breath of the Wild? We got the loop. Let's see. It does appear that Jade is still playing Breath of the Wild. Tsunami's also live. Aki's live. Moviga's live. 20-Sided Ninja is streaming. Oh, we haven't rated a 20-Sided Ninja in a long time. That works for me. Sure. Especially if we have Zando in the chat. Oh, I'm playing Chicory? Oh, I love Chicory. Oh, that's very fun. Okay, cool. Well, folks, we are Checkpoint Church, really a church. I'm Nerd Passionator. I'm the pastor here of this community. And we are on Discord every single day of the week, all the time. ! Discord. to join our Discord server if you're not there already. That is where we are the most active. We're there every single day. We're going to be getting lunch tomorrow, so if you want to join us for lunch at noon Eastern time on the Discord, feel free to hop in there and grab a meal with us. We are on Twitch Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, so we will not be live on Twitch tomorrow, but we will be live on Thursday morning for Wake with Nate, where we'll be continuing our journey with Life is Strange True Colors. And this Sunday, we have another nerdy sermon coming out, as often we do. Haven't decided what it is yet, and kind of stressed about it, because it's Tuesday, and I don't know what my sermon is on this Sunday, so not a fan of that. But nothing's happening. Everything's about to happen. Nothing has actually happened right now. We have a bunch of movies and games that are like coming out in the next month, but nothing that's just come out. So I've got to do a little bit of figuring out as far as that goes. But yeah. We believe 3 things to be true about every single one of you out there, folks. Regardless of whether or not you believe in God, don't believe in God, go to church, don't go to church, hate God, hate the church. We still believe these 3 things to be true about every single one of you out there. Number 1, that God loves you, like really, really loves you. Number 2, we love you. We want community with you. That's what we're doing here. And then number 3, that you, yes, you, no matter who you are, what you've done, where you've been, or what you think, we believe that you matter. You are a person of sacred worth. The world is a better place. Why? Because you are in it. Folks, if you would do me a favor, we're about to go raid a 20-sided ninja. Rather than a big fun raid message, if you would just drop some You Matters in the chat. If you're a subscriber, you have those fun animated ones. If you're a follower, you have the static ones that I posted there. If you would post some You Matters and let a 20-sided ninja and his community know that they do indeed matter. And until next time, bye-bye!